Hello and welcome everybody to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I am a Dungeon Master and host for tonight as we go back once again into the West Marches, and I have with me some wonderful players tonight joining me, some new, some old. I have with me Finbar. How's it going, Finn?
Hello. It goes all right.
Good.
Cleaned the bathroom, and then I came to play D&D.
Sounds like the perfect combination.
Truly, as well as my Cinderella story. You know, I was doing household chores, and then my fairy godmother Will popped into my room and was like, "Yo, you want to pretend to be an elf in a fantasy world?"
Hell yes, I do.
Up to learn the secrets of raising zombies, and I was like, "Yes, that sounds fun."
Yes, fairy godmother. Well, I do. And I have back with me once again Patrick. How's it going, Pat?
Hello.
It's going good for him. And James is joining me tonight.
Ahoy.
And of course, Josh. I'm sorry.
Hello
everyone.
there.
We couldn't get rid of him. So
Refuses
we
to
didn't
leave.
even invite him to the call. He's just here.
just turned up. So let's go around and find out who everyone is playing tonight. Let's remind ourselves. So, Finbar, you have a returning character. Who are you playing tonight?
Huge. So I am playing Fane Nial, the high elf wizard, slowly turning necromancer. Little leensy weensy bit morally, grey bordering on just straight up evil. Rather curious, an ex-academic who got thrown out of his academic institution for sourcing issues. Is what we're going with. That's the official story.
Too much sauce. It was terrible.
Yes.
Awesome.
Didn't like my
And
footnoting.
and James, who are you playing tonight?
I'll be playing Nocky Goldtooth, an old associate of Garrett, Josh's character.
Indeed.
Awesome.
There's
And
ominous.
speaking of Josh's character, Josh, who are you playing tonight?
I myself am playing Garrett Undertree, the halfling rogue with big aspirations.
Indeed. And last but not least, we have Patrick. Who are you playing tonight, my friend?
Krund, the slightly slow, bearer of his grandmother's leg, and future president of the realms.
I was going to say, wasn't there a bid for you to be president last time? I
Yep.
distinctly remember backing that with a lot of money.
So,
Big
is
investments.
this- are you the Kanye West of the West Marches? That's going to run for president in 2020.
Basically.
No,
Yep.
Krund will actually succeed.
Oh damn!
Shots fired.
Calling his shot, boys.
Yeah. All right. So let us remind ourselves what happened previously. Josh and Patrick, you guys are both here. So what do you remember, if anything, from last time?
We killed some pirates in a gelatinous cube, and Garrett made some more money, I think.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! I made some more money. Yeah, so we met some player characters. We had a bard who's a half orc who is Krund, who I am very glad is come back, and a dragonborn. I can never remember.
It's Dragonborn, I guess, in this. Yeah.
Yeah, dragonborn. And a dragonborn who all came along, signed up to work for my new business, Blackwood Private Military Solutions, and yeah, we got a mission to go and sort out some pirates who've been pissing everyone off on the coast. We flew out there in some goblin contraptions. I would call them aeroplanes, but that gives them slightly more credit than they deserve. Something that flies by the grace of the gods and nothing else.
A whirligig?
Yes, yes, exactly. I think we're lending heavily from the Warhammer sort of realms of it works because the goblins believe it works, not because it actually would work if anyone else got behind the wheel. We flew out there. One of them, all four made it to the landing spot. We got out. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a hiccup or a sneeze where the Dragonborn accidentally threw up acid over the controls of one of his particular plane, and when it took off, it crashed, and only 3 of them made it back. And then we attacked the pirates as a gelatinous cube attacked everyone. We killed the gelatinous cube by
Flying
convincing them.
gelatinous cube, no
A
less.
flying gelatinous cube. We all teamed up, and then after I violently murdered it, I told them all, let's not be stupid here. Let's be friends, and would you like to work with me? And I rolled a nat 20 on persuasion, so they work for me now.
Nice.
I'm happy.
He's a happy camper.
I am indeed.
So then you guys returned to Murkglow, which is here on the map. And just to remind everyone of some events in the world that are taking place, the Northern Realms, who are up here, surprisingly in the north, are coming to war with Kalita, just to the east of Murkglow, and Murkglow, as a strategic point, seem to be getting caught up in the midst of things that are going on, and the Northern Realms army is pushing ever southwards towards Murkglow, and the goblins are getting a little anxious as to the intentions of the Northern Realms.
We
So,
should fuck them up.
exactly. We are going to start tonight with Nocky Goldtooth, the dwarf sorcerer.
Hello.
What does Nocky look like?
Noki is a kind of middle-aged dwarf, so obviously still quite old by kind of general standards. He's short, obviously, like 4.5 feet tall. He's got a bald head and a large black beard, and he is walking around wearing he's bald, but he's wearing like the lawyer's wigs, the white ones, a full barrister's black robe, and a massive wooden gavel.
Nice. Awesome. So Nocky is coming into to Murkglow. This is definitely the first goblin city that you'll ever have been to. Dwarves and goblins don't tend to get along too well. There have been wars in the
Prepared
past,
for this.
but they are not. They don't have any particular innate hatred to one another. They just tend not to get along too well.
I have an innate hatred towards everyone. Don't worry.
The feeling is mutual. So
You bond over how much you despise each other.
It's gone full circle.
So you're coming into Murkglow, and you see the large city in front of you. It looks like it's been made out of scraps of iron sheets, kind of cobbled together by little goblin hands. There's still scaffolding going up here.
Get a good price for those.
Yeah, exactly. There are often goblin salesmen knocking on the door asking if you want some new windows, but
Made of iron, of course.
they're made of iron. Actually, they just cut holes in your
Cut a hole in
walls.
the iron. They profit really because they then take the iron. I've
Yeah.
studied this business in depth.
Yeah, it's a really good scheme they have going. So you come in and you see this pretty large, expansive city is actually been growing more as the rate which goblins breed at leads to needing more space very quickly.
We all learn about that in primary school.
Exactly. Yeah, we've all learnt about the goblins.
The goblins breeding.
Yes, and it seems to be pretty busy. There seems to be all sorts of folk coming into the city, goblin traders, as well as look like a bunch of kind of adventuring crew seem to be walking into town. All sorts of traders and caravans and all sorts of cattle and goblin food seems to be coming into town. It's very
Goblin food.
very busy. Yes.
It's like regular food, only with more snot.
Yeah, pretty
As
much.
I
Yes.
discovered, is the basic difference between human and goblin cuisine.
My face when your character from Westmarch, out of the abyss has actually sampled it, and it's just grubs. It's just it's just Gandalf walking with handfuls of grubs. That's their food.
He's found his way out of the abyss.
Indeed.
So you come in, and there's a long line of goblins and other non-gobs waiting at the entrance to this huge gate. What do you do?
Cool. I walk past this queue up to the guard on the gate.
Cool. There's just a little scribe at a desk, a little goblin scribe who's looking up and says, "What do you want?"
I without a word, Nocky pulls a letter with the seal of Blackwood PMC on it, and just kind of tosses it onto his desk.
All right.
Stands there waiting expectantly.
Should have said, shouldn't you? All right. He gives us a.
I fucking hate this guy
Everyone
so
hates
hard. It's unreal.
It's what the scribe.
He gives a long look at it. He kind of looks up and down, and then he goes, spits on the seal, and then hands it back to you.
I give an uncomfortable nod, kind of wipe it on the back of my robe, put it back in my pocket, and walk inside.
All right. Should have said, see ya. So you're inside Murkglow. There are lots of little goblins going around here. Some are guards, some are just about their daily routines. There appears to be, in this place, hovels rather than houses. They are collections of scrap and iron and bits of wood that they've thrown together to make houses, and there appears to be no real order to this place. There don't really appear to be streets. There are just spaces where there aren't goblins living.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I take a quick gander at first and just look for something that looks non-goblin.
Okay. Roll me a perception check as you're looking around.
Of course.
Wipe it on the scribes, right?
That was a 5 for you.
Boom.
Cool. You spend probably 2 to 3 hours looking for something which isn't
Oh,
goblin.
fucking hell, I was only even looking around.
Yep. You try and find this.
You're apparently very thorough.
Yes, you're incredibly.
I
thorough.
mean, that's how he got into the legal business. He's
Exactly, yeah.
overly thorough, if
Yeah.
anything.
You.
I like to think even if you found it, you would have checked the whole place to make sure before you'd approached.
So yeah, you try to look for something which isn't goblin, or it doesn't appear to be anything around here which isn't. So you decide to delve further into the city, and after some time, you see a sign which says Blackwood Private Military Solutions.
Cool. I smile to myself, and I sit no. And I follow the sign.
Cool. It points towards a slightly larger tent than last we saw. There's probably an extra pole in it now.
Ooh!
I know, yeah. Extra force. Yeah. Gold well spent, am I right?
You tease. You tease.
Spared no expense.
There are a couple of dancers there on the poles.
Yeah.
So,
Are there large glass ball rollers going around if we go for the spared no expense line?
yes.
God.
You see this tent. There appears to be a kind of flurry of activity as little goblin workers are probably putting up this tent right now and moving equipment in. You see a halfling who you recognise to be Garrett Undertree, talking to a very large half-orc about something or other. They appear to be deep in conversation.
Cool. Yeah, I stride over. Well, a dwarven stride, so kind of a normal walking pace.
You'll be here soon.
And yeah, I walk over and kind of stand to the side of the two of them, and then clear my throat with a kind of look expectantly at Garrett.
I take the time to finish what I'm saying. I look elated, but I take the time to finish what I'm saying to Crond, and I say so. So what I am trying to tell you, Crond, is every single time you stamp something, that doesn't necessarily mean that what you have stamped becomes your property.
I don't get it.
I'll have someone else explain. Excuse me 1 second, and I turn around, throw my arms wide, and I pull you into a very, very sexually tense embrace. So it's very good. Everyone's
Wasn't
enjoying
expecting
it.
this.
It's this
You
kind of show.
haven't roleplayed with me and
I-
James before.
It gets bromancy. I begrudgingly.
This doesn't sound
accept
romancy. This
It's a little beyond
for me,
romance.
and you shall understand.
And as I pull you close into an embrace, I sort of just whisper in your ear.
Oh,
It is. I just whisper in your ear. Give me strength not to kill these morons. and then like I come back out and everyone smiles again.
You sure it wasn't? You smell so good.
You smell like happiness.
Oh,
With emphasis on the penis part of that. It's beautiful. This just got out of hand so fast.
that is just creepy. There's nothing. There's no romantic in there. It's just creepy.
Literally,
good to see you.
we had to dick around until P-Farts got here. That's
Yeah,
essentially
people
what's
have to see if we can now start the stream.
Cool.
That's
Right, so in all seriousness, I'm just like,
Good to see you,
You
old
smell
friend.
like my uncle.
God. He hugged me too. I give you a stern look. Say, was the road in safe?
I mean, aside from far too many goblins. But,
I gesture for you to head inside, and I say, "Yes, I must apologize, but their numbers aren't likely to decrease in my business, and for the time being, at least." And we head inside. Basically, I just want like there to now be like an actual meeting area with like desks and stuff, and then
there's
a bunk area, and that's pretty much the changes. There's
Yeah.
just more bedding and more space to actually plan shit.
More bedding.
More bedding to do things, to do
Shalaka.
deeds. And we head in, and I say, feel free to allocate yourself a bunk in the back room. It's all still being set up, but considering this is how long has this taken me to, like, since I didn't have a tent? How long has it been? Like 2 weeks?
It's been exactly a week since last episode.
It's been okay. So yeah, so I'm like, but it's amazing what you can do in 2 weeks, and I imagine now you're here, we can start the progress a little more expediently.
Yep. Any initial tasks, or shall I go and mooch until something's actually required of me?
So, well, there are a few things. I've organized them on a desk that I've allocated to you, and I gesture over to there's like a small desk, and it's basically there's like 3 desks, and there's like a small desk, and then like another small desk, and they're basically just littered with a bit of paperwork. And then I gesture to this other desk, and there's a pile of paperwork in the in tray, like taller than you. And I'm just like, I hope you appreciate we have a lot to do.
Oh, good. And I waddle over to the desk, put my briefcase down on it, and hike myself up into the
There's
seat.
He's got a briefcase and everything.
There's a little goblin on the desk next to you. Garrett and Crund would know this to be Nitbit.
Bit.
And he says, "Oh, you new one then?"
I jump down off my chair, and I go over to his desk, and I pull it like a couple of feet away from me, and then I go to his chair, and I pull it back towards the table, and then I go and sit down again and
Oh,
get
nice.
on with the paperwork.
Nice to meet you too.
And then I just position my briefcase so that he just can't make eye contact.
I like the idea, like, separate it. At first, it looks like you're ordering all your papers, and then you realize, like, you're just building a fortress around you, just like
Out of
shield
paperwork, out of origami paperwork that he's built. Okay, so Nitbit turns to Garrett. He gets off his desk. He says, "We got the new applicant in today. If you want to see him, I think he's coming in." Oh, and thank you, Mythomatic. He donates £1 from Gordon. He says, "Crund is inspired."
Crund is inspired. Crund is inspired to run for government.
Oh yes, he
That's
is.
I know.
And just
Politicians, basically orcs.
yeah. So
Crund will follow them into the room, and as per usual, he'll look confused for a moment and work like he's counting the desks. He'll go 1, 2. He'll be like, "I seem to be missing a desk."
Garrett is just speechless.
Oh,
no idea how to respond to this. He's like, yes, you would like a desk.
Yep.
I
It's
said,
big
what?
and lots of paper on it.
I said, now, Crund, I hope you understand, but your desk will take a little bit more time to bring here. You see, I've decided that being a man of your stature, or a half orc of your stature, you probably need something a little bit more sturdy. So we are bringing in the biggest desk that I could possibly lay my hands on. But you'll have to be patient.
What'd you call me?
Garrett's just like can't tell if this is gonna turn violent or if he just doesn't understand, so he's just gonna go. He's like, I'm afraid I called you a half orc.
No, the P word.
Patient. I mean, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, I've lost interest. And he'll walk over to the goblin, pat him on the head, and be like, "Good to see you," and wander off again.
Cool. And just a quick reminder to everyone that's following along, you can play along with us by our donation stuff down below. As Mythmatic's just done, you can inspire a character. You can give me as a DM inspiration to roll up some nasty goodness. You can give enemies extra attacks. You can do all sorts of crazy nonsense. So just take a look down below. And once again, thank you to Momo Chakata. Let me find your name real quick, buddy. Momo Chawako for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. We're only 13 followers away from 800, and at 800 followers, what happens, Josh?
At 800 followers,
Bad juju.
the bad juju happens. Are we talking about about the?
We are
player
indeed.
Yeah. So what we do is every 50 followers we decide, you know what, chat, we'd like to know how messed up you can possibly make the experience fair and violent you can possibly make the experience, because it always appears to be something perilous that you throw our way, and how close you can get us all to dying. So to explain that a little bit better, we open up a poll in chat. You guys can throw out different suggestions. Anything can happen. Any crazy idea. We've had every suggestion from. There was one that was a raccoon, but it was a half dragon, half raccoon, and mechanical and incredibly violent. We had a giant gelatinous cube which flew in and attacked everyone. Goblins riding crystalline motorcycles.
Finbar.
Yes, Finbar.
We had
Finbar.
vampire waifus.
We had vampire
Don't forget
waifus.
vampire waifus.
Never
Yes,
forget.
indeed. Never forget.
Remember the full
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, there we go. We've already got a suggestion in from Irving Wolfing. At 800, I think we should either a flying scracken, sky kraken, or Salanthropus. Salanthropus. I like Salanthropus because I'm big on my Metal Gear at the moment. So yeah, so you guys should definitely hit that follow button if you haven't already, and
Just Actual
commence.
Metal Gear.
yeah,
Actual Metal Gear just drops in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Nitbit stands up and he goes outside the tent, and who should be there but one Fane Niall.
At the moment, Fane is doing possibly the greatest impression anyone's ever seen of Doc Brown. Especially as this world has never seen Doc Brown. All of his hair is like standing on end. He's like even paler than usual because his like face is like short, like caked with like dust. It's like wide eyes. His pupils are like the size of his the rest of his iris. It's like, hello, would you be the conductor?
What does that mean? What's it conducting?
Is this the tea room? The Blackwood tea room?
Well, we do have tea.
Excuse me, good sir,
That's
I
a
need to
two.
acquire a ticket. I like just push his face out of the way and stride in. Just, hello! Well, it's a pleasure. This isn't my house. Hello. I wander over to I think I'll probably pick the half orc. What's your name again, fella? Crunk?
Crund.
Crund. It's like, a pleasure to meet you, fine sir. I'm a great fan of your treatises on the diplomacy in the northern regions. It was a fantastic read.
I
Thank
like the fact that you
you.
just called him Crunk. Crunk being from Emperor's New Groove, but I like the throwback there.
I kind of spin around and then do another very long like. It's a good day to be alive. I don't think I will be much longer. Oh, this is quite terrifying. You and I grab the like. I grab little legal gnome's hand and just put it against my chest, and you can feel like my heart is beating utterly irregularly. It's like
The dwarf grabs, like, as you put your hand to his chest, he grabs you by like whatever clothing or armor you're wearing, hops off his chair and just throws you backwards, and then hops back onto his chair.
it's like
The least friendly man.
It's just literally he just kind of rolls like, well, don't think much of your hospitality. Do you have any water?
Garrett, this guy said I wrote a treatise.
I left the room for like 2 minutes. I walked in to settle a dispute in the other room. I come back in, someone's just been thrown across the room. Everyone's just staring, and I imagine you've like hit a pole and like the tent's now wonky. I'm just like, how?
With the
It wasn't me this time, I swear.
I nod at Crund and I'm just like, I believe you now. You, sir.
Hello. You have.
Who are you?
My name is Fane the Owl, and I believe I'm going into cardiac arrest. Whew! I do apologize.
What'd you do to get arrested?
Like the same thing, my good man. Your cutting wit is evident in real life as it is in your papers. You do look remarkably more tall than I pictured you from your books.
Maybe it would be best if you head into the other room.
Fantastic. I do like top quality service. Only the best, it seems, around here. Help me. At this point, he just kind of falls over.
I just look at the man lying on the floor, nod, turn to one of the goblins, and have my halflings arrived yet from my hometown?
Yeah, a couple of halflings are probably busy in the back room.
Cool. In which case, instead of turning to any goblins, I summon a halfling. Is Arton among them?
Yes.
Cool. I find Arton, who is my BFF for life from
Why,
from back
hello.
in the day. Oh God, I love you so hard, Will. I turn around and I say, Arden, would you be a dear and fetch me a bucket of water? That would be fantastic.
Why, of
Crumb-
course. And he goes.
Oh
and
God, I'm so happy with you right now, Will.
starts to-
I then turn to Crund and I say, Crund, I was wondering if I could enlist some of that impressive physical muscular. Crund, would you
Stature.
carry this man? I start off and I'm like trying to compliment him. I'm just like, fuck that. Crund, pick him up.
I don't know
You-
what's
and
happening, but sure.
Anyone who happens to glance over to Noki will notice him kind of glancing over at this flamboyant man. Kind of.
He's kind of not flamboyant in a way. Like from basically the neck down, he's like dressed as basically a peasant. He's just wearing like a brown rough cloth shirt and just like normal. Like he looks very kind of average, except from the neck up, he's just got dark brown hair and like this pasty white face and just kind of is vibrating on the floor. Probably doesn't look very healthy.
But that's for a completely different reason.
But yeah, you'll see Noki look over to him, pause for a minute, and then like a little light bulb appears above his head, and he just scribbles a thing down on the paper in front of him.
Light bulb.
And yeah, that's the thing that happens.
And thank you, Abigail Von Clare, for following. Welcome, Clearventure, my friend.
Thank you, Abby. She's a friend of mine. So, yeah.
She's,
Cool.
she's a fan of
At
mine.
least being where there's a grill in chat.
She's-
Well, that doesn't count. Take it back.
But yes, so
So,
do I get
yes,
lifted somewhere?
Yeah, Crund, I basically like ask you to carry this creature into the room with the bedroom, essentially.
Hey, he's picking it up like he's picking up like a rat that's caught in a trap, just kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. It smells.
completely
Like-
limp.
like
So
Very
he was like
weird.
just picking him up by like the clothes, and he's just like limp, dangling. It's like
Yeah, I'm
wee.
Timber.
Crund,
Completely
drop
limp.
him on- I said, Crund, drop him on the ground. And I
Okay.
point to like the beds are like around, and you just drop him, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
literally, just drop him. As soon as you say drop him, he drops him.
yeah.
Opens his hands.
Ow.
And I sort of say, Arden, where is that damn pail of water?
You
Do
see,
it, Alan,
you
just spit on him.
you see Noki walk into this section of the tent. He's got a piece of paper in one hand and a piece of parchment in the other. No, a piece of paper in one hand and a bucket of water in the other. And he walks over and he upends the bucket over this man's head, and then just then hands him a piece of parchment, a quill and just says "sign here." And
I
points
just
to a line.
I put a boot on his chest so he doesn't set up and like just knock my friend over.
Oh, I like look at the piece of paper I've just been handed. Thank you for the water, by the way. Latest experiment: contact poison. Slightly more hallucinogenic than necessarily poisonous. May have also slightly exploded. Pleasure to be here. I unfurl this piece of parchment I've been told to sign because Fane's not that stupid.
It's a very long piece of parchment.
It's you unfurl for a
Very
considerable amount of time.
handwriting.
I'm sure I can use one of my assorted intelligence skills to skim read this and get the idea. Can I just roll investigation? I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just,
let
like,
me investigation.
Yeah.
give me the gist. An 8 because Fane is, he's recovering from near cardiac arrest.
It's a really good contract.
What's the title? Just say.
It's
It
just
says-
"fuck you" in Dwarvish.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, Josh.
I imagine it will
There's-
just
obviously
say
there's my little bits in there that he's
Yeah.
not going to notice on an 8, but
yeah, so it's Blackwood. It just says like a contract to be employed for Blackwood Private Military Solutions, and it says like hereby vis-a-vis agree to certain things. One of the first things you read is essentially along the lines of there's some fine print and bits in there, but you get the gist that it says all employees are protected by Blackwood and its subsidiary companies unless stated by the director of the company, Garrett Undertree, and then it goes on to sort of say like the terms and conditions of your contract, and as long as you follow the rules, you'll be entitled to discounts and personal protection.
Cool.
And
cool.
but yeah,
I probably read that and I just I look at you. It's like, will I get a lab? And will there be enough violence to provide me with research material?
I look at the dwarf. I'm just like,
I give him a curt nod.
Fantastic. Signs without a second question, just hands it back to you.
Excellent.
that's
Looking over Ray's shoulders, and he
that's
said,
the running
"We do
thing.
good stuff here."
And,
Fantastic.
Noki reaches out a hand and says, 10 gold, please.
That will be an issue. Do you take payment in half-complete poisons?
Noki looks at his conversion. He pulls out like a conversion chart. And just,
It's like a 9-page
Yes.
conversion chart.
yeah, it's just like a 1. It's just, he's like, show me what you've got.
Pull out like basically a small vial of the same chalky substance that was just on his face. I'm like, this is the only thing I've really managed so far. Turns out spending 4 days locked in an attic messing around with your new poisonous kit is a sure way to produce interesting results. I'd recommend trying it. Apply to a small area, not the entire face.
I take the poison and I write on a piece of paper, 8 gold still indebted. and I say that very loudly as I write it, and I walk away.
I give Nokia yeah. Sort of like
May I get up?
things are gonna run smoothly. I shake my head and I don't wear boots a lot of the time, so I basically feel your heartbeat through my foot to deduce whether or not it's.
It's normalized now. It's going quite
I
fast.
imagine it's like I imagine it's sort of like someone who drinks too much caffeine on a regular basis. It's erratic and like fast, but it's not like it's not palpitations.
Not stopping, and then
Yes.
restarting again anymore.
Yeah.
It's now just like
Cool. I will add your name to the roster and just sort of say your name. You said is Fane. How do
Fayn.
you spell that?
Fayn.
Fayn.
Under that name, will be featured in this as one of the finest minds of our time. Well, I say our time. I mean, I'll outlive you by a few centuries, provided we don't all die. That would be a shame.
Smile and say. And what exactly is your profession?
I am I suppose the term is disgraced academic. I prefer visionary. The Viridian University had some issues with my sourcing methods,
I
and
smile, and I hold up a dismissive hand and say, "You'll find that Blackwood is a progressive company that is always happy to reward progress, however it is achieved, as long as you do not bring disgrace upon the company."
disgrace. You're fabulous. Well, yes. Other than that, I'm a practitioner of the arcane art. I wiggle like the one piece of finery he has, which is this big, like onyx band on his finger, and he kind of like flicks it open, and little like sparks of light and stuff come out of his hand, like ta-da. And other than that, I'm a rather good conversationalist and amateur poison crafter. Not intending to stay an amateur for very long. It's rather dangerous, I've discovered.
Well, I'm sure I can find business.
Wonderful. Can I get up now?
I've just Xolin. Yeah, all right. No, the so basically, the Xolin aura. I've changed certain parts, but no, you are among the founding members, and therefore there will be certain things. You are actually around, working, doing stuff, and earning money and stuff.
Getting
But no,
paper.
you haven't been. You is getting that paper, but I haven't laid anyone off. You are invaluable to me. You are an individual, special snowflake. So yes, I look at this elf and I say, "Don't worry. If you do disappoint me, I doubt you'll live long enough to realize you have. Until then, try to make yourself useful and tidy yourself up a little bit. I'm expecting news on a contract any moment now." He breaks the fourth wall and looks directly at Will's face. Any moment
The
now.
entire
And then
like, party just looks directly.
Looks to
everyone
Will.
just turns and looks at Will, and
Will-
he's like in the
Will-
corner.
Will was asleep.
I raise my hand a third time. Do you pay in teeth or actual gold?
It depends on which you prefer.
Teeth is nice research material, but it's a bit bulky for mass currency.
Almost,
Then how about I provide you with a cut of research material and gold?
Fantastic. Ah!
almost as if on cue. So-
Will
Oh!
awakens.
Oh, I'm on stream. This keeps happening. I don't do anything, but to tell you what, someone who does do something. Disappointing Sneeze walks into the tent. This is, of course, the...
And okay, it's like, I will totally get rid of that smell tomorrow.
He walks in. This is, of course, the goblin from the Filthy Gob.
He's the proprietor of my lodgings.
Indeed, yes. He said, "Oh, yeah, you better, because it smells pretty good, actually, but got to tell me how to replicate that. Anyway,
Some hydrochloric acid.
I like the idea, like you've got like 5 piles of dead bodies in your room, and he's just like, "Tell me what you're brewing, because we want it on tap. It's so fragrant." And he's just like, yes,
yeah.
right."
Industrial chemicals and death.
the old recipe. It's
The
my
old
mother's
game.
recipe.
may need to work on the name on the tap, but apart from that, it's gold.
So,
Yeah.
he comes in and says, I need your help.
Well,
And
I
did
have a
the
job.
abandon-
This little man here. I mean, wonderful
I just
employer
shoved
here.
him out the way. Like I really forcefully
Again,
shoved him out the
It's
way.
like, it's like pushing. It's like pushing
I
the bale's
imagine-
hay.
I like the idea that also that you've just stood up and like dusted yourself down and they just shove you over onto a bed and
he like
stride
flies off, probably like, and just bounces back up again, just dusting himself once more. Obviously, quite
I
used
go
to this.
over and I go over and sort of extend a hand to shake. And,
Yeah, he spits on his hand and shakes it.
yeah, I do the same, and we shake hands, and I say, "Did you get the small present I sent you?"
Yes, most kind. But there are more pressing matters at hand. Over the past week, there's been several taverns burning down, and well, actually, two down the same street, down my street, and I'm thinking maybe mine might be next.
I
Patterns would hold.
did because I blew like 900 gold between sessions on quite a lot of stuff for the company and nothing for myself. So this is time to see if any of it's paid off. Will, have I managed to recruit any NPC mercenaries of any sort?
Yeah. Actually, I would say. Wait, actually, how much did you spend on that? Because I need to look at my thingy.
I spent 100 gold on recruiting like 1 or 2 men. So hopefully I found.
Yeah. I was saying there's some adventuring lot coming in. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I went for quality over quantity.
there's a couple of guys probably around. Maybe not necessarily in the tent, but like around the.
No, like around town.
Yeah.
Maybe off doing stuff. I nod. Give me a number just so I won't
2.
name them all. I promise.
Good.
17.
They will
How many?
shortly be
Raging
murdered.
ferret.
2.
Yes, I have 2. And are they human sort of?
Yeah, I said it.
People. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So 2 humans. I turn to someone, probably Arton, and I say, Arton, I need you to find one of the new recruits. You know who I mean, one of the humans, and send him immediately to the Filthy Garb and tell him to secure. Well, keep an eye out for any arsonists.
And I
report
will.
suspicious activity back to me immediately. And I turn to Disappointing Sneeze, and I'm just like, we'll handle things. Tell me everything you know so far.
Well, the snotty mug I got burnt down the other day. The
Extra phlegm.
yeah, that one went down as well.
You see Noki in the background making notes of this.
Yeah, the extra phlegm, that one. Oh, that burnt down just down the road, not 100
Oh,
meters from my
no.
place. I know, it's fine establishment, wasn't it? Fine establishment.
Truly a loss to the world at large. Oh,
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. And,
You would?
Yes, and I do. What do you mean? Anyway, I'm thinking that maybe the Filthy Gob might be hit next, because from what I heard from the
you have a terrible restaurant? I mean, yes, no, we should be concerned.
I turned to Fane at this point, and I said, another word, and I might reconsider your employment, including the security that grants you. And then I just turned back, smiling, and just like, continue.
and the proprietors reckon that the fires were well, suspicious.
Well, in which case, I will speak to the people who have been investigating and urge them to let Blackwood take over the investigation. My resources are, well, at your disposal. And
Thank you. We're happy to provide payment for any. He looks up like Fane raising his hand for anything he can find out. Yes.
I look towards Garrett without saying anything.
I turn like one of those elementary school teachers who's just like, yes, you have another question, Thane.
Did any of the owners of these taverns survive the fires? Can we talk to them still?
Yeah. Oh, God, what's his name? I had to look up one. Oh, Grumpy Pants. Yeah, Grumpy Pants is alive.
The naming conventions of the goblins are strong with these ones.
Well, he's
and
got Grumpy Pants, isn't he?
seems reasonable. Is there anyone who would have reason to burn down your tavern other than holding the food or drink in general in high regard? Is there anyone who would need or want to do this to you?
Well, that's a funny thing. I've got no real enemies. Everyone loves it, don't they? You can speak for that by yourselves. Your own experiences. You've been there. Everyone loves it there. I've got
I
no
think
enemies.
it's you see like Fane go to say something, looks at, and you can almost see him bite back the words.
I watched them like come out as like the subtitles come up, but the words didn't come out, and I just like I give you a look that just says I I will have Crund cut you.
You can see Fane like physically has to restrain himself because.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kron
As always,
punches up
Squinting
behind and
Sneeze.
says, "I love you."
Thank you, Grand.
Not you, the
Grant?
gob.
Oh,
Yeah, we.
disappointing Sneeze. I assume does better in.
Goblins.
Thank-
I pat his arm.
I do
Just-
quite well for myself.
I nod politely.
I was just thinking to myself, like, what's the short for disappointing Sneeze? Like, what would his friends call him? Because that's like calling him his full name. And I was like, what do you just call him? Like, so disappointed. But then that just sounds so.
Call him-
so,
Just
Mr. Sneeze.
Follow through.
That's it. Yeah. So, Mr. Sneeze, is there anything else you can tell me at all?
It's a nice day outside.
Have you had anyone hanging around lately that doesn't usually frequent your establishment? Has anyone made any threats towards you?
No, like I say, no threats, nothing out of the ordinary.
Very well,
Biggest
then I'll
dragons.
do everything in my power to ensure your establishment stays in business. And I spit in my hand again and give him a double spit.
Wow. On a first date, okay. Yeah, he does the same and kind of waddles out back to the filthy gob.
I give him
Yeah.
a jolly little wave.
D-snee. Sneezy. D-D. D-sneeze.
D-sneeze. Dear.
Kron just calls him you.
So, I turn towards Garrett. Who's on our list of suspects other than anyone with a tongue who's not a goblin?
I look you up and down and say, how long have you been in town for?
Approaching a month. I've honestly not been outside very much.
And where is it that you've been lodged?
Above that man's bar.
Fantastic. Do me a favor and return there, will you?
Oh, I do
I
have to
need
check my
someone on the
things.
inside.
Hopefully not when it's on fire. That
If
would
it's
be-
on fire, I'm sure you'll make a deft escape.
You are sure of many things that probably wouldn't happen. May I borrow Crund? I have some possessions I would like to bring. Some equipment, things like that. Crund, is that alright with you?
I look at Crund and I say, Crund, this gentleman here was wondering if you could help him carry some things.
You know, where I'm from, poor kids and retarded folk, well, special folk, sorry, they carried the stuff. And also, I think that man's a racist.
Which man's a racist?
You, sir.
Not a racist.
I look at
Poor little
look at
Abnormally weak. I just dislike goblin cuisine.
I look at Fane and I'm just like, it appears you have your answer. And
Spin on one heel. It's like, right?
Runs very PC for a goblin or a half orc. He has to be because he's running for president.
yeah, he
I'll
has
do
this
some
reputation.
public service. I suppose I swan. I think I swan past Nocky, and I stopped like a respectful 2 feet away and put a hand out. I was like, "We weren't introduced before you wandered off."
I think James is gone.
Oh, fuck, he's gone. I wasn't paying attention. Well, I say that he probably ignores me because this guy seems like that kind of character. And I go, "Fantastic," and I go, "Do you want anything particularly before I go, or shall I just stride off?" Garrett, anything you want to know,
Garrett,
especially?
Garrett just looks you deadpan in the face and is just like, I want to know why you are still here.
I was asking a question. Okay, well, it's going to be like this. Is it? Woo! I hope you foot a good bill. As I kind of stride away. Yeah. So I returned to the scene. Oh god, what was it called?
The filthy gob.
The Filthy Gob, Disappointing Sneed's establishment. Would Grumpy Trousers be here, or would I have to go in search of him?
Grumpy Pants isn't here. But you might have heard his name because he runs the Snotty Mug just over the road.
Which is presumably a burnt down husk currently.
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess I'll just wander over there and I'll poke my head in and kind of have a.
Into the filthy gob or?
No,
the
just
burned
I'll just have a quick look at the
the
his-
snotty
The,
mug.
ru- the
Snotty
ruin, yeah.
ruins, yeah.
and I just can I roll an investigation to see if I can
Yeah, definitely.
pick up anything particularly. Do. Use my brains. So yeah, 18.
Nice.
It's practically forensic science.
Pretty much. So you look around.
Dusting fingerprints.
Yeah. You look around and you notice that there's actually some marks where it looks like some kind of like alchemical hydrant or fluid of some sort was used here.
I kind of crouch down. Yeah, it's like I'd probably do the really bad police. I run my finger through it and give it like a lick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like ooh, accelerant. Huh. Tingly. Well, this was certainly intentional. Yeah, so I know it's obviously been caused by like alchemical stuff. Is there any way to like tell? Is there any like just scanning the little area around? Is there any like remnants of delivery, or was it just literally like?
It looks like it was probably thrown onto it.
So just like a kind of flask.
Yeah,
thrown
sort
on-
of. Yeah.
So I'm probably something like just a large alchemist's fire flask,
Quite
presumably.
possibly.
I'm kind of have a look around and say, interesting. Yeah, I'll wander over to find Disappointing Sneeze and go, hello, good sir, always a pleasure. I'd love a drink, but I physically can't afford one. Can you tell me who in town would sell alchemy goods?
Well, I guess there would be plenty of alchemists around. You'd probably go down most street corners, find one.
It's times like this when I'm really glad that I didn't tell Fane that I've opened up a tab for Blackwood at the tavern you're currently in. I was just like, it was like, anything else? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you about all the perks you have access to.
Yeah, I think I just bounce one of my teeth. Like I've got like 2 left. I bounce one of them off the bar and catch it. It's like, Any of these alchemists have any particular reason to dislike Grumpy Trousers or yourself?
No. We're friends of most of them. Well, know them at least.
All right.
But,
Where is Grumpy Trousers?
Oh, don't know. Probably. Oh, there he is. A man.
Cheers.
Goblin walks in. Yeah. Goblin
Ah.
walks in. He's wearing
Like
Some.
flame red
You look-
trousers with
Uh-huh.
mouth, like angry eyes painted all over them.
Yeah.
in,
exactly.
in my head, it's like, I don't know, where is, and then like the lights all dim in this place, and there's like a stage with some curtains and a pole on it, and they're like, up next is Grumpy Trousers, and this like one grumpy leg with trousers on just comes around. It's actually
Never ceases to amaze. D-sneeze. Yeah, so I'll probably I'll wander over to Grumpy and be like, Mr. Trousers, I presume. The name's Fang. I put my hand up and I go, wait, and just like tuck it back to the pockets and give it give him like a court bow from somewhere. Like he doesn't really care where. He just needs to fake that he has different manners.
Nice. He says, pleasure to meet you. Screw you! Comes a noise from his trousers.
Suddenly a lot of things make sense.
That's amazing.
A lot of things make a lot of sense. So, I hear you lost your bar. Would you care
Yeah.
to buy me a drink and tell me all about it?
Well, I don't have any money.
That is a shame. D-Sneeze, my good man, won't you get us around so I can commiserate with this man and his trousers about the loss of his fantastic bar?
Yeah, I'll put it on the Blackwood tab.
Fuck my life.
Oh, D-Sneeze, I knew we were good friends. Did I tell you I'm an employee there now? How big is this tab? Yeah, I'll chat about that and nanities with D-Sneeze until our drinks arrive and then.
Yeah, drinks
Kind of.
arrive.
Yeah, I hand one to Grumpy Trousers and go, so Mr. Trousers, Tell me what happened. Tell me about the night.
Well, I'd love to. Screw you! Sorry about that. So,
Oh, fine.
I was there working the bar, as I would most nights, spitting into the gobs, putting a bit of snot in them like you do into the mugs. When, I saw a goblin sort of figure, like size, outside the tavern. I thought, a new patron. About then, moments later there was a fire, and everything burnt down pretty sharp. And, well, it was all I could do to save the snot supplies.
That is... Yes. I was in the bar a moment ago. I saw what looked like the residue of some alchemical ingredients, accelerants, stuff common to things such as alchemist's fire. Would you have any idea how that happened? Other than as the cause of the fire?
He says, don't know anything about that myself, but perhaps I could have helped it along. I mean, man, I'm just so glad I got all the snot out, you know?
Quite. Alright, so, yeah. Fane kind of, like, nods for a moment. Well, could you possibly give me directions to the other bar that burnt down in the area recently? Or is it just at the end of the road?
Yeah, it's just down the road, the extra phlegm.
Fantastic. I plonk my cup down for him and was like, D-Sneeze, keep them flowing, on Blackwood. And I clap on the shoulder. I never expect this man's cup to be empty. I spin on the heel and stride out the door.
Nice.
And yeah, I head over to the extra phlegm.
Nice. It's similarly burnt down.
And I kind of go to like same kind of places to see whether there's same sort of alchemical stuff.
Yeah, roll me another investigation check.
Captain, that one.
While he's rolling that,
16.
Krun's also investigating, but his investigation is walking up and down the streets going, I'm looking for the person burning down taverns!
So Krun probably gets pointed towards the burnt down taverns and probably runs into Fane.
So you like poke your head in as I'm like in there like licking another wall. Oh, Krund! Hello! Good to see
You
you.
don't know where that wall's been.
Well, on fire.
That's the
Recently.
place.
It's the infernal planes. There's some theories that all fire stems from the same portion of reality, and the fires we see are merely windows into said dimension. I
When
look
you
at...
open your mouth, I hear blah, blah, blah.
You remind me of my friend Latram. Only less fun. Yes! I stand up in this case. So it appears that these fires are caused by an alchemist.
Dragons. Gotcha.
Yes, but small and with chemicals, as opposed to magic. Possibly goblin-shaped.
Goblin-shaped dragons.
Indeed, terrifying breed. They look, act, walk, and talk like goblins. Such that people would think they are goblins. Terrifying.
Krun's face went. So
I like, let's head back to the bar to make sure that nothing bad happens to that one. Otherwise, my poisonous kit's up there.
you also find the similar traces of this accelerant
stuff.
in this tavern.
Okay. So yeah, just gonna check my spell book, see whether I've got anything that can particularly protect this
Females,
place.
I'm happy I work as centimeters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think I wander back towards the Disappointing Sneezes Tavern. Thank you.
The filthy gob.
The Filthy Gob. And I try to bring Krund along to kind of help me keep an eye on the place and make sure nothing goes wrong.
He'll follow you, but every time he sees a goblin baby, he has to stop and kiss it. Because that's what,
So
when you're running
I
for
think-
office, you have to kiss
I think the
babies.
second time this happens, Payne is like, so Krund, what's with the affection towards the goblin young?
I'm running for president. It's what you do.
How does the chief feel about this development? in the political
He says
landscape.
he got my back.
I see.
We're
Who's
very
cu-
good friends.
Interesting. Who's currently president?
I don't know.
How do you get elected president?
Tell people you're going to be president and kiss babies.
Okay, it's very smart. When's the election?
No idea.
Fascinating. Truly. I think I'm actually at this point. I'm just staring at Crund. It's like it's the same like kind of appraising look that he gave the zombies that he wanted to dissect in the last time. I was like, fascinating.
It's okay, he's used to it. He gets that from Garrett a lot.
It's appreciative. I think. It's just possibly not necessarily the way anyone wants to be appreciated. It's the same way Hannibal looks at people. But yeah, I kind of absorb this information, and we get back to the bar.
Yeah, disappointing sneeze. Grumpy Pants is still drinking.
Yes.
Probably working out quite a tab.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I said
That's
that's
fine,
to
I mean.
Grumpy Trousers, and I go, so, Mr. Trousers, it appears we're in for a bit of the long haul while we work on some leads. So why don't you tell me
Oh, that's
Fascinating.
that's fine. You're useless. Sorry about that.
about these trousers?
Oh right, yeah, they're a bit grumpy, really.
I got
I'm
that.
not grumpy.
He says he's not grumpy.
Yeah, he says that a lot. I am not grumpy.
But I mean, if he says he's not grumpy, surely there should be a reason.
Yeah, but
Mr.
it's-
Trousers, are you,
Do I sound grumpy to you?
are you okay? Are you sad? Do you have emotional issues? Would you like to talk about it?
Well, obviously, bit-
Sir, addressing your trousers. They evidently have problems they need to deal with.
I don't have
I'd
problems.
be sad too if I was a pair of pants.
It's not a phase.
I didn't say it was a phase. I didn't say it was a phase. Just assumed you're going through some things. So I suppose, drink and attempt to make a conversation in equal parts with him and his trousers.
It's just quite difficult.
I kind of nurse the one drink, partially to stay sober and alert, and also partially because, I don't want to drink snot wine.
Obviously.
As much as I would like to run up this tab into the huge numbers, snot wine is not my preferred. Snot is not that great a spice.
Yeah. So a disappointing sneeze says, "You got any leads then?"
Alchemy, chemicals discovered in
Dragons.
both bars.
Dragons.
Yes. We're examining that lead. Wherever there is fire, dragons are one potential explanation. But currently, I'm more interested in these as alchemical accelerants, fire bombs, as made by alchemists. Traces of them in both burnt down pubs.
I should probably see an alchemist about that. See if I got any.
Well, it's a fairly common alchemical compound, but I will. What time is it, by the way?
It's probably only afternoon. Yeah, early afternoon.
Okay. By the way, where roughly did I find the alchemical stuff in the pubs? Was it like in the basement, as
No,
if
it was kind of
private,
like
but was in like just lobbed through
Yeah.
the window?
Lobbed through the window, it seems. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a face. See a pair of skinny jeans.
I kind of like. I turn to Crund and I go, "So, Crund, my man, we either we can go investigate the alchemists and see whether they know anything, or we stay here to make sure this place is safe, or we split up and do both.
Uh,
Which would you rather? Do you have an opinion in this matter, or do you just need to fundraise or some such?"
and then he'll turn to disappointing sneeze and look at him for a second and say, "Have you tried ground up poison oak?"
No, I haven't.
Well, last time we tried pepper. I'm thinking you should try that.
You got any?
Let me know how that works. We'll cure you.
Hey, okay.
And then if as if it's not blatant enough, he'll just walk away from Fane and leave.
Yeah, I think it's like as he's walking away, Fane like lifts a hand up, and like one of the ghost hands for chill touch appears like a few inches behind Krun's head, and you just see it like go like, and then he like opens his hand, it dissipates. Fine. So yeah, I start like I wander upstairs and like goes, Sneeze, I'm gonna gather my things. I'll hopefully be moving out this afternoon. Possibly moving into that arsehole half-orc's bed. Never met a half-orc I liked. Yeah, I go upstairs and I start packing away like my normal possessions don't take up much space, but it's just like the assorted like chemistry equipment, like alembics and mortars and pestles and very, very like precise measuring instruments for my poisonous kit. It's like, okay. Then all my assorted research gets like stuffed in another bag.
Nice.
I bring that down and D-Sneeze, put these behind the bar, keep them safe, and I swear to God, if a single thing is so much as chipped, I'll murder your family.
I don't have any family, but alright.
Or you.
Alright.
Does that work?
That'll
There
work.
we go. Fantastic.
Okay, so where's
Treat-
Krun
treat
off
it-
to?
Yeah. So, treat it as a, well, as one of the like the goblin technicians who are building these whirligig airships would his tools if he were in any way a professional.
Nice. Alright, so where's Krun off to?
Krun's back to canvassing the streets, but instead of yelling, "I'm looking for the person who burned down the tavern," he's asking about arsonists, which he confused the word arsonist, and dragons. So he says, "I'm looking for either an arsonist or a dragon."
I think all of them have gone out of town for the weekend.
And then, you know,
Back in the bar, Fane's eyes just roll.
once he doesn't find anything, he'll wander back to the tent eventually.
Nice. Okay. So, Fane,
Yo.
where do you head to?
I'm kind of caught between like I feel the urge to kind of protect this place because you know there might be an arsonist coming to lob explosives through it, and that's my job. I guess I will. I'll wander. Yeah, I'll wander. I'll talk to.
It burns as you leave.
Yeah, it's like actually, I'll quickly ask these things. Like, so what time roughly did the bars burn? The previous two? Was there a specific pattern? Were they?
I think it was midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Look at them both times.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See you in a bit then. And I just wander off. So okay, and go to I head over to these alchemist shops and start quizzing people about those sorts of chemicals.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can probably walk into like a nearby shop where there's all sorts of potions and salves and teeth and goblin-y kind of eyes of newts and stuff like that. And there's a little female goblin at the counter. Hi, can I help?
Yes. I was hoping you could. So I think at this point I wandered past one of the places and like scraped up a little bit of the stuff and put it in one of my like little poisoner vials things to keep it. Yes. I was hoping you could possibly tell me a little bit about this. I like shake whatever like little residue it is. Appears to be some kind of alchemist fire. I'm not entirely familiar.
Let me have a look. She goes and tinkers. Yeah, she's like, accelerant.
Professional alchemy.
Yeah. I think we've lost James and Josh.
I think Josh just came back into camera view and then hung up.
Yeah, I think he has to go, and so does James for reasons which are legitimate, but we'll I won't trouble
Fair.
people with them. Let me just reorganize cameras real quick, and I'll get you guys back. Fear not.
Okay.
There we are.
Do I see Krund in the background yelling about arsonists?
Probably, yeah. You've
Just kind of like turn. Okay.
interrogating some goblins. most likely, yeah. Who seem to be very confused by him.
Yeah, no, he's drawing attention away from me so I can investigate in peace. It's all good.
Or maybe after a couple weeks, they're used to his shenanigans.
Probably, yeah. They're probably like, it's this guy again. So, yeah. Cool, we're all good. So, yeah, she checks the, like, the accelerant, and, says, oh, yes, this is familiar. Some bloke came in here the other week and bought all this stuff.
How much is all?
Well, there are a couple of barrels round.
Right. Give me a rough estimation if I want to say, I don't know, burn down a reasonable sized wooden building. How much would I need?
Small amount, like a flask.
Okay, I divide 3 barrels by a flask. Roughly how many bombs does this guy have?
Possibly
Like-
100, maybe more. Maths is hard.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything precise.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Right, yeah. And you didn't think to possibly connect some dots when you sold several barrels of large flammable alchemical material and 2 bars burnt down within a few days?
Meh. Happens.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, it indeed does. Could you tell me about this man, please?
She thinks for a minute. Huh. Yeah, little goblin. Said his name was Bob.
Okay.
Which is mysterious,
Unusual
because
name for a goblin.
that's an unusual name for a goblin.
From what I've gathered, it is rather.
Almost as if it wasn't a real name.
That would be likely for someone wanting to commit arson. Are you any good at drawing?
Yeah. She does a little sketch. She draws up a little goblin.
Is
Like a
it
stick
literally
goblin.
Could be any goblin.
Yeah, it could be.
It's like there's me for scale.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Short stick figure, long stick figure, arsonist, Fane. It's like fantastic. I fold it in half. Just go. Is there anything distinguishing about this guy you can remember? Anything at all? Kind of scarred on one eye.
Well,
Birds.
the name Bob was unusual.
Yes. Other than the name Bob.
He looked like this.
Yeah. No. Got that. Got that.
And he bought all of the accelerant.
Hmm.
And then he went.
Right.
And I haven't seen him since.
Okay. Is there anything in particular about this accelerant that means you have to store it in dry places, warm places, cold places?
It likes wet places.
Right. Okay. Is that all you can help me with? Anything at all else?
Yeah. That's pretty much it, I think. Name was Bob. He came in here. He looks like this.
Yep. Yep.
He bought all the stuff.
Good. Yes. Absolutely. Right. I turn around and I think I just get outside the door and then like a face palm so loud it overcuts the volume of Krun's yelling just sounds, and you see him there. It's like, I hate this city. Ah! And then his smile recovers in a moment. Grund, we have a lead. Ish.
From roads away, you'll start hear crashing as he runs through alleys towards you. And then he'll like skid into the street and be like, "It's a dragon, isn't it?"
Absolutely. If by dragon you mean goblin with barrels of alchemical fire, then yes, exactly a dragon. See if you can. I unfurl the stick figure. Does this? I can't tell whether the piss is being taken. And I show the stick figure drawing. Can you tell what this guy looks like? Maybe
He'll
it's a.
seriously study it, and then his head will snap up, and he'll point to the nearest goblin and be like, "There he is!"
Okay, yeah. So we're looking for a goblin who goes by the fake name of Bob, or the real name of Bob, but is just a weirdly named goblin. Apparently, they like to store these barrels in damp places, so possibly checking down where the coastline might be advisable. or we stake out the bar, wait for someone to come along and try to set fire to it, and then beat the shit out of him.
I got an idea.
Yes.
And he'll start walking down the street yelling, "I'm looking for Bob!"
Oh dear God.
He's a master investigator. He's like,
Yes. I yell after Crund, be around the pub for 11:30, okay? Oh dear. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go. Yeah, I guess staking out the pub and waiting for the criminal is my course of action.
He'll eventually make it back to the pub after he marches down the streets looking for Bob.
Yeah, Is there any other bars on this road, or is it just the last one left? Is the one?
It's pretty much the last one which hasn't been burnt. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can like sit that's close by where I won't look too out of place?
Yeah, I mean,
Isn't just in the bar?
yeah. You look. I mean, there are like dark corners in the bar, I suppose.
Yeah, but I'll be too far away to run down a person throwing
Yeah.
a flask if the
Yeah.
first I see of him is him pulling the flask out and lobbing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you want to be waiting outside?
Yeah, I want to try and find a spot I can kind of watch the street and
Sure.
just try and see him coming.
Yeah, you can find a nice secluded spot. Is Crund in the bar, or is he with Fane?
Yeah, he'll eventually make it back in there.
Go.
Like, he'll go in the bar because that's where, Fane told him to go. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So Crund's in the bar, and you're waiting. So you can roll me. Oh, I need to. Skype things changed. Roll me perception checks as you guys are waiting till midnight.
Perception.
Sure.
How perceptive are you?
13.
Nice.
Proficiency, man.
Oh yeah.
Natural elf bullshit.
Wins every time.
When in doubt,
So
be an
14.
elf. Be good at
14.
role-playing games.
There we go. Cool. So yeah. So Fane and Crund. Crund, you've likely seated yourself somewhere where you can see the door. Wonder would assume. And else, all that you perceive is the bottom of your tankard. But as it reaches midnight, it gets very dark. You see a shadowy figure in dark clothing, about goblin-sized, come to outside the tavern.
Is it just Crund who's seen this guy?
No, Fane also says.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have seen him like walk down the street. Is he like? I guess I know it's because he's dressed unseasonably for the weather or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Shoot first, ask questions later. I can't sleep. I'm just gonna drop him. Yeah. So /r space 5d8.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Oh wow, that is. Let me show you like those in chat what has just happened, because
That's good. That's
is-
good.
Oh my god!
that's
Something special for that roll.
the worst roll possibly I've ever seen. Rolling
Yeah.
5d8s, rolling 5 ones. Wow.
Super good. Super.
Oh
Good.
god. No, pause is required.
The slow clap. Wow. Let's all just take a moment to
Just
think
appreciate
about...
that, everyone. Wow. I'd like to take this moment to thank the Academy. Everyone who's helped me get here. It's been a really trying time, but I've made my way through.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not over it. I'm not ready.
That was
That was something else.
yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna.
special. Glad I was here for that.
Yeah. This is a moment we all need to remember.
Mm.
Wow.
So, but I have a question, Will.
Yes.
Does that put him to sleep?
yeah.
A shitty ass goblin. So he may not even have 5 HP. 5 HP or less, and I still put him to sleep.
Does the bad guy have more than 5 hit points? Well, he doesn't appear to to fall asleep.
It's just
Who
like
would have thought it, guys?
one man drunk is like staggering out of the bar, just falls.
Yeah, he just
And Faye's like looks at his ring and is going, this
turn it
thing
off,
on?
turn it off and on again. Oh man.
Oh god.
And just a reminder in our chat that hasn't yet hit that follow button. Follow along for continued adventures such as this. And hey, Mastercaster, good to see you, my friend. So wow, yeah, you tried to cast sleep. Some random goblin who appears to be drunk just falls over asleep, and
was half asleep already.
yeah, and the figure who's just kind of walking down the street kind of looks to you and starts scurrying off into the darkness.
Crund! That one! Like point dramatically.
Get him, boy!
And then begin running rather slowly after him.
There is a crunch-shaped hole in the door now,
Good.
and he'll chase after the dude. Try to tackle him football style.
Alright, so as you guys begin to sort of chase this roll initiative to get an order of this.
Oh god.
You feeling good about your rolls, Finn?
Absolutely right now. Just 20.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Jeebus. I don't know what just happened there.
In before on that one. Oh, I rolled a 2.
I mean, it's slightly better. Get the bad rolls out. Get the bad rolls out.
Yeah, you gotta go out of the way. And Crund, if you can give me your initiative, my friend.
Yeah, it's arguing with me.
That's good.
If you're trying to use the initiative button, you'll need to select a token first.
No.
So just thought.
just
I was
roll.
using an extra slash.
Okay.
We rolled a
4.
2, a 3, and a 4 collectively. We've done very well.
Oh my god.
So, Crund, you're quite a way away from this guy as you start your turn, but you can decide what you want to do.
Just gonna keep after him until he gets in range, and then he's gonna jump on top of him.
Cool, roll me an athletics check. To run after him quickly.
Athletics is actually pretty good. 15.
Nice. Yes, Vargas, this is a very professional party. So yeah, on
One
a...
over 32,768 is the chance of getting that specific combination of 5 rolls.
That's very impressive. You're 1 in 32,000, Finn.
I am indeed 1 in 32,000. With those kind of odds, I can get a Twitch subscribe button, don't
Yeah,
you?
you any moment. So yeah, on a 15, Crund races after this goblin, and you manage to make some good ground as he's ducking in between tents, and Crund is probably just like powering through tents.
Running through him.
Yeah. Which takes it to Fane's turn.
What do I have prepared to throw at this guy? How far away is he, sorry?
Probably a couple 100 meters.
100 meters.
Yeah, feet, sorry. He's probably, he's getting quite a way away.
That's actually probably at the limit of my range. How 90
lucky are you
feet for
feeling?
that. 90 feet for sleep isn't actually that good. Probably wouldn't be able to hit him even if I ran.
Yeah, you probably got sleep off and he started running.
Yeah.
Now he's just out of range, right?
120 feet for magic missile.
Yeah, you'd probably
I
get
run
that.
30 feet. Okay, yeah. So I will. That's not too bad. So I run forward. Yeah, they're like, you can see little like balls of kind of just like shimmering air like float off the surface of the ring. He just flicks his hand forward as he's running, and these all auto hit. So because the one that is magic missile,
Indeed.
3d4 plus 3, 9, 2 1s and 1 4. It's going well, team.
Nice.
It's going well.
Alright, good night, Sue. And
Getting back
you
to 9.
you get some magic missiles. They fly off. What do they look like?
Yeah, so it's kind of just like you see kind of like almost bubbles of like shimmering like semi like misty kind of air like just floats off the surface of his ring, and they start orbiting his hand, and then you just see him kind of like his eyes just flick across 3 points on this guy's back. He just flings his hand forward, and they shoot through the air, just burst against his back. It's kind of like basically throwing almost like bean bags.
Nice.
There's nothing particularly fancy about them. They get the
Nice.
job done.
You get off these shots. Fuck us. Why is this guy running exactly? A drunk fella asleep in the street is that really out of norm for Murkglow. This guy is clearly up to no good, and then he spots Fane casting a spell, and Krund probably running out at him. He's, yeah.
This barreling half off behind him, this like really like malnourished elf just running, flicking like shimmering bean bags through the air after him.
Reason enough. So on his turn, he's going to make an acrobatics check to jump over some stuff. He rolls a nat 20. He absolutely
Fuck.
he actually bolts over some rubble and dives out of the way. But it's Krun's turn.
All right, hold on a second. Blah.
You guys have probably run to near like the city wall.
Yeah.
Walls,
Okay.
Now,
such as they are.
Krun's not sure why he's chasing this guy really, but he has to be a bad guy. So Krun's okay with throwing a hand axe at him.
Okay.
Like as he chases him, he just overhand just flings it.
Oh wow.
That was a beautiful picture, Myth.
That...
Well, it's-
the boobs.
so it becomes a dexterity roll, not a strength roll. Right?
No, you can throw weapons with strength
Okay.
in 5e.
So just roll as normal then.
Basically.
Let me get this up.
Oh damn! What is
Hold
your
on.
attack
Yeah,
bonus?
Krun doesn't play around.
What level are you?
There's two.
How do you have that kind of crazy attack bonus? Jesus.
Nice. So here is a Krund for everyone to view. Nice. So cool. Yeah, on a 22, he bolts over this rubble. You get a hand axe into him, and he begins to he's clearly got a hobble on as he's running, and it's Fane's turn.
Yeah, so I'm probably falling behind if I'm casting spells and stuff. So
Quite possibly, yeah. 'Cause
moving
he-
half the
yeah, he
speed
rolled
to
a
like
nat 20,
throw spells
yeah.
and things like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna sprint. I guess try and close the distance a bit.
Cool. Give me an athletics check.
Oh,
Or an
God.
acrobatics if you'd like to just do some cool jumping.
Yeah, it's probably more avoiding the things I would need to barge through for Fane. Because yeah, he's not exactly known for his strength. 0 in acrobatics, -1 in athletics. Acrobatics, yeah. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So you go over the same bit of rubble that this little figure jumped over with not quite as much ease, but you managed to
Yeah, you know,
pull it off pretty well.
I haven't eaten. I've just been getting like kind of high off of hallucinogenic poisons for 4 days
Pretty
straight.
much.
It's gonna do weird things to your body, Will.
Trust me, I've been there. It's pretty much what we do on the 24-hour streams.
Yeah.
So the next one is on the 24th, in fact, which Finbar will be joining us for. So it is this goblin's turn. He is reaching the city walls, and he's just gonna keep on running. He's gonna roll in athletics, see how well he does. And on a 14, he manages to keep up his pace. He seems to be quite furiously trying to escape this gigantic half-orc coming after him. The fear is clearly lending speed to his legs.
Yeah.
And continues onward, but it is Krun's turn. The goblin runs through the gates, and you're probably just like sprinting straight after him as he goes into the marshes. It's your turn, Krun.
I guess I'll have to do another athletics check.
Yep, if you want to keep running.
20.
Run him down.
Nice. Yeah, on a 20, you are like right on his heels. He is. You're probably only a few paces away from catching up with this guy, and it's Fane's turn.
How much like is he? How far away is he from me this time?
Probably. Well, I mean, if
Similar.
you're just sprinting, probably a similar, but you're closer. Now you're
Okay.
probably within hundreds
within-
so feet.
Within magic missile distance, but I don't really want to use my last spell slot of the day to, like, just in case anything bad happens after this. Oh wait, never mind. Chill touch is ridiculous range. So yeah, I like vault some little like chest high wall or something because we're running around a third person shooter apparently, and yeah, like thrust my arm out and the ghost hand appears like just probably in front of him and goes to like hit him in the face. Slash R space 1d20.
Oh yeah, and Vargas says, remember you have inspiration grant from Myth.
Oh yes. Where
Which
did I
is
save
the
this
second
cantrip?
number, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to declare it beforehand, I believe, but yes. Minecast spell. 16 versus AC for 3 whole necrotic damage.
3 whole damage. Nice. You. What does your necrot? Oh, give us your
Yeah, it's the
cool
kind of-
chill touch.
Yeah, so it's like the kind of paleness in his arm where you can start seeing like the bones and blood vessels through his skin, like it starts to spread out from the ring, and this ghostly arm materializes just like a little ways in front, and he kind of thrusts his arm forward and kind of like a spear hand type thing. Probably just like the goblin like, probably ducks under it, and it just like hits him in the cheek or something, and like passes through him, and we just see like maybe if we could see him like little like blackened veins spread out from the point it touches him, but he only takes a glancing hit, so.
Nice.
But you know, I'm doing damage. This guy's taken a pretty big punishment so far. And yeah, I kind of like hold it for a moment, shake it off, and keep running after him.
Yeah. Awesome. How big is that ask? Inspiration gives you additional dice on ability saving attack throws. Use inspiration after roll. You used it before. We used it before.
Oh, okay. You can use it. Technically, you can use it after the D20 hits the deck,
Mhm.
but not if you know the result. But the weird thing in Roll20 is you see both results.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's like, well, I have a 1 and I would have got a 20, so I'll take the 20, please.
yeah. So we declare beforehand if using
Yeah.
inspiration. But cool. So he all or nothing. So you go. This goblin is right trying to escape Crund as he's on his heels, and he's going to make an athletics roll. On a 19, he manages just to keep out of reach of Crund and escape his grasp. And as you're running through these the marshes, you come to a little hut which he's trying to run towards, and it's Crund's turn.
Let's see. Well, I guess I'll throw my second axe at him. Or I could keep running. But I have a feeling I want to stop him before he gets to the hut.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, so he was running towards a hut.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I will then yell, barrels of explosive! Barrels! Take him down!
21 is the roll for the thrown axe.
That sounds like a hit. To me, anyway.
Cool. Yeah, a 21 is a hit. He just as you are approaching the hut, you lob an axe at him. It sinks into his shoulder blades, and he falls down onto the floor.
Oh, thank God. Just see like Fane just like holding his knees, just like, oh God, running is better. Oh.
And once Crun catches up, he'll like dogpile the goblin.
Nice.
Yeah, I like catch up. I was like, Crund, let me see him.
All right. He rolls off of him.
Yeah, so I'll need your assistance, and I like crouch down next to the guy. Is he like alive at all, or is there like an axe in his spine?
There is an axe in his spine, but he is alive. He may not live for much longer, however.
Can I use medicine check to see if he's salvageable?
Yeah, sure.
Never know. Might be useful to have a 12.
Cool. This goblin is possibly savable, given
I don't
proper,
need him to
If we
be
take out
like.
my axe.
I need to be
proper
able to
medical
talk.
treatment.
I need to be able to talk. That's about it.
Yeah, he's not conscious.
Okay. Yeah, I. So how far roughly are we? We're like obviously like a few paces away from his hut.
Yeah.
But how far would it be to get back to say like either the nearest like
mortal.
person with some stitches and some disinfectant, or like Garrett's place where I presume they have something close
Probably
to first
like
aid.
15 minutes. Thank you,
Okay,
Jamie, for following.
I presume he doesn't have that long.
On a 12, you don't really know.
Okay. I look up towards his hut and I go, right. I riffle just across him very quickly to find any sort of like explosives.
Okay.
I'm not doing an in-depth search. I don't want to find like all his money. I just need to make sure
Yeah.
he's not carrying any bombs.
He is carrying a bomb.
Well, I take that off him.
It explodes.
And
And
I
he-
say,
you realise that this goblin looks suspiciously like the drawing which the female alchemist gave you.
like,
Use a stick for it.
I flip the hood back and maybe I find it like tucked in. I was like, my dark vision just goes like, huh? Oh shit, Bob it is. Grund, I need you to carry him very, very carefully over to that hut. I'm gonna try and save his life. Maybe I'll get a raise if I bring back a proficient, swell little bomb
Grund will
arsonist.
very, very carefully carry him to the hut.
Yeah, I run ahead. I open the door. Do I find it? Oh, actually,
You blow up.
I'll get to the door and just put my ear against it. Sorry,
Nice. Okay.
just to make sure. What
Cool,
are my elf ears?
What do you elf eyes here? Roll me a perception check. How's it going, helping hand? Good to see you, my friend.
23.
Nice, nat 20. Making up for your previous indiscretions.
All the ones.
Yes.
All the ones.
All of them, my lord. So as you poke your ear to the door, you hear some whispering, and it sounds like there are 2 or 3 men in here. The voices sound human, and you can make out a few whispers like, "Where is he? Should be back soon."
I like slam my hand against the door and go, "Your friend is dying, and if you don't let me in without violence, I can't save him."
The door opens, and there's a crossbow in your face. Roll me initiative as he fires.
Oh, I was gonna say like if violence occurs,
Yeah,
I'm
you
literally
just
just like there ready to hit them with sleep.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So that you, both of you, kind of have like, basically
So
the
my
door
ring
opens.
is
And,
already glowing.
yeah. So you guys can roll me initiative.
Oy vey.
Stick figure Bob.
19.
19. Nice.
20.
Oh,
Boom, boom, boom.
one up in my day. And these guys probably aren't going to get as high as that, but we'll see. On an 18, everyone's running well today, other than Finn. That one
Oh, I
time.
don't know. I just rolled
Yeah,
two 20s.
you've been doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah. So I guess yeah, I'll immediately throw sleep into the room.
Nice.
5d8. 37 HP. worth
Nice.
of 3 7s and 2 8s now. Come on. That's
now,
what-
this time round, yeah. Cool. So as the door opens, you see 3 men, and they appear to be in kind of dark leathers, and they are masked, and just with like
How
a bit
many
of
of them?
just with a bit of cloth over their mouth, and 2 of these guys instantly just fall down onto their knees and then onto the floor, collapsing in delightful sleep.
Yeah. Okay. I will then immediately like jump, like and take cover in like kind of the other side of the doorway from the last one. Hopefully, it's not the person with the crossbow in my face, and yell, "Sod the goblin! Need help!"
Which takes it perfectly to Krun's turn. You're muted, mate.
Buddy.
He's still
I didn't realize I was muted.
classic.
Crund will yell, "Did you say lob the goblin?" And then the goblin will fly into the hut.
Sure. Okay, right. With the axe still attached.
Cool. Make me like a dexterity-based attack roll
Okay.
as this goblin soars towards the house.
I think that's
On
so
a,
9.
on a 9. What's the saving throw? You should depends if you have
Oh,
any
I
dex
don't know.
bonus.
Oh, my dex bonus is 1.
Cool. So I'll just add 1 to that. So
Okay.
on a 10, you throw this goblin towards the door, and it's actually quite a small door because it's goblin made, and he sinks into the wall with a thud and a crack of bones, which possibly did not help his life expectancy any. But it's this guy's turn, the only guy left standing. In fact, he's going to make an attack. He lunges in with a dagger towards Fane.
Oh fuck.
For a 9 versus AC.
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool.
I have 10 AC.
Nice. Oh, impressive.
Yep.
So Fane, it's your turn.
I guess I'm in melee now, so I can't really do much.
Run away!
I'm out of magic. I'm fucked, actually.
Actually, I'm gonna
now that I
die
think
here.
about it. Yeah, so I proceed to disengage and run towards Krund.
Cool.
Krund,
Krund has just
"Run
robbed
out!
a goblin
Run
at the door. And it's Krund's turn.
Alright, he pulls his grandmother's wooden leg from behind his back
Mhm.
and marches over there and tries to hit the dude.
Cool. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. 33.
Nice. 33 is it? How on earth are you rolling 33?
Yeah, that
I don't
should
know.
be impossible.
It's got
Because you've rolled a
1d8.
33 every time.
My hit is 5.
Yeah, because it's like...
Wait. No, you've got a 9 bonus to attack rolls. So okay. So
Oh, I think I know. It's
Yeah.
It's gonna have been calculated twice. I'm betting.
I think I'm looking at the bonus penalties,
Yeah. So
and I'm thinking there shouldn't be a 9 in attack rolls.
don't put any buffs in there. Those are like general things. If you've got magic
Those are
items,
magic items.
it. So if you set those all to 0, and then
Yeah.
your weapons will have in them just
Yeah.
that you're
The
using your
5 to
strength.
hit. Yeah.
Okay.
So give me roll that again.
Okay.
Thinking that's more like it.
It's
Um,
24.
still,
Yeah,
still
that's
respectable.
much more.
I think we got those bonuses last round from the bard, and I forgot to take them out.
Quite possibly, yeah. Cool, yeah. So still on a 24, you
Yeah.
clobber this guy for 9, and he's going to attack you back, taking a big hit with his club for a 6 versus AC. Go ahead.
Make the assumption that while I'm not raged, I'm pulling I want to knock him down, not kill him.
Gotcha.
Rage is for lethal, non-rage is for non-lethal. Cool.
That's a good distinction to make. It's Fane's turn.
Yeah, I've got a bit of distance now, so I turn around, raise up my arm, and like the paling begins again. Although my ring has gone like darker, it seems to be pulling light in towards it now that I'm at the bottom of my magic reserves.
Yeah.
But yeah, my arm begins to go pale, and the ghost arm like appears hovering over him. I jab it down, trying to aim for his like jugular.
Nice.
Doodle doo, when I put my damn spell book. Cast spell.
Nice.
16 for 2 necrotic damage.
Nice. He must be at the bottom of your reserves because he kind of shrugs
kind of
most
like-
of it off.
Totters a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, it kind of skims off him. Fane's martial arts aren't quite up to where they used to be.
Where he used to be. But Kruns are still at the height of his power, and it's Krun's turn.
The first one was a downward strike, hit him on the shoulder and went down, slammed into the ground. This one's going to be up from beneath.
Nice.
So
Take it.
The 1-2.
Head off.
another
Oh.
24.
Number 24.
10.
Nice. It's gonna get some good rolls. So yeah, you bring it up for like an upward slash, and you just like knock this guy dead out as he hits the floor. And there are 3 unconscious men in this room, and there's also a squashed goblin up against the door.
Okay. I kind of wander up, pull the axe out of the goblin, and hand it to. I give it a wipe, polite, and I hand it over to Crunch.
That's it. Krun mumbles because he looks around and he raises his club in the air like he's gonna yell in victory, but then he's like, "Oh, I forgot. For good stuff." That's his war cry, but he said it. He forgot to say it in the beginning.
Next time, buddy. Next time. I kind of look around. I've got a minute before those other two wake up. So help me tie these two up. They'll come to shortly. And I need all three of them alive at first.
Sure, we'll tie him up.
So yeah, we set to. And then I just start looking around this room. What have we got in the little hut? Will?
All right, so I'll just saw a brilliant image by Myth. I'm going to add it in. So yeah, as you look around this hut, you see there are explosives.
Yes.
Yes, the power. Let me move that real quick. There are explosives here, the same kind that you've seen before, scattered around this room.
Okay.
And there appears to be some kind of like small factory having been at work here.
I see. So is there like still barrels, or have they all been portioned off into small, like, kind of throwable flasks at this stage?
Not all of them are. There's like a desk or kind of workbench where lots of them have been put into flasks, and then others are just in like barrels.
Okay. I look at the men. I think two of them probably coming back around by now, and I kind of give them a look over their like equipment, their general like. Is there anything I can particularly tell about them?
Sure. Go ahead.
They'll come to with Krun pulling their teeth out.
Cran, buddy, I need them to talk first. Teeth later. Thank you. I appreciate it, buddy. Your enthusiasm, I love it. I love it. Keep it up. You're the man.
Great effort. Yeah, so you, having a search for these guys, they appear to have very well forged daggers and short swords and crossbows, and their attire is matching. They appear to be some kind, part of some military operation, and one of them actually has some papers on him.
Yeah, I will lift a short sword and a crossbow. Because,
Yeah.
why buy your own weapons?
Exactly, and you can loot them from the corpses of your enemies.
I'm one of the best armed wizards ever.
Yeah.
So just carrying like a sword. I'll ask you for stats later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any like? I'm looking for the same sort of military insignias as there is on my longsword. Actually, are they? My guess is they're soldiers for the.
Yeah, you
the army.
see
Northern Realms.
you see a seal of the Northern Realms upon them.
Okay. As one of them like wakes up, I'm hovering over the guy who's got a teeth pulled, and I go to like ask him a question. You're probably in a little bit of pain. It's like missing a molar.
Yeah.
So, I'll get back to you. You slap this dude. Tell me why you're here, and I won't have to torture you. Please don't tell me why you're here. I'm really excited about torturing you.
He says nothing.
Thank you. Would you like to know the interesting thing about torture? I reach into like my back pocket and I pull out like a kind of roll and like unfold it, and there's like my sharpened letter opener and my big knife and then like a few extra knives he's picked up to make him a little more professional. I'm like, the wonderful thing about torture is it's basically medicine in reverse. Like a lot of people, they've got to be intimidating and scary and know all those fancy words. And when the right thing to say is, I just ask questions and then I cut you. And then I ask another question and then I cut you.
You're gonna start doing it because I'm bored.
Exactly! It's great. See, I'm just not scary into myself. Crund, will you kindly force that one to watch what I'm doing to this man, please? And I set to using medicine in reverse on him. Enough to... I'm not really trying to get information out of him. I'm trying to scare the ever-living shit out of his friend.
Roll me a medicine check.
But, I mean, if he does want... I will ask questions like, who sent you? Why are you here? Da-da-da. So if he does cave, let me know.
I'll be the first to tell you.
14?
Cool, yeah. His friend despite his training, seems to be quite worried by you.
Seems reasonable. But I think it's this point I've like flayed like his forearm, and like this guy's military trained, sounds like we're Secret Service, but is almost certainly in some kind of pain. And I'm looking at his friend like, do you want to talk? Because I'm kind of busy. I'll leave you to it for a minute if you don't want to say anything. Hold that thought, and I pick up one of the flasks, like just unstopper it slightly and drop the tiniest little drop onto his like
Donga.
onto his arm. I'm just gonna that's just like sets on fire presumably.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So
Silence.
I keep my boot on like the middle of his arm and like the rest of him's tied up, and I just turned to the guy who was like, so anything to say?
Okay,
Who
so
are
Crump
you?
try to intimidate the dude, but he's not aware he's trying to intimidate him. Friend will lean in and be like, "You were trying to kill all my friends. When I'm done with you, I'm going to eat you."
I cook a mean human.
So I'll roll an intimidation
Drop.
check. And it didn't work
Yeah,
so
right.
well.
Cool. Yeah. He says,
I feel my medicine and assorted torture should give him advantage on that roll.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
Should we lead with introductions? My name is Fane. Who are you?
Names aren't important. You don't need to know my name.
I hate you military types. You're always so dour. Okay. Why are you here?
To kill a goblin.
A specific goblin?
The one on the wall.
I look towards the wall.
It's the one that Crun threw up against a wall.
Why did you want to kill him?
Loose ends.
Continue.
Tying up loose ends.
I didn't mean elaborate upon your vague statement. Actually, no, I did mean elaborate on your vague statement. See, this is why I'm not good at intimidation, Crand. Tell me why you wanted to kill this goblin. Why was he a loose end? For what purpose?
He was working for us.
Doing what exactly? With the arsons that are in town,
In
your
us.
boss? Okay. Why would you take a particular interest in burning down pubs?
A lot of goblins there.
That
And
is
then-
the stupidest plan I've ever heard.
And then they were
So
moving
was
on
it dragons?
I'm sorry, buddy.
to...
He just got it, even after all this time.
Fane is entirely expected of that.
Yeah,
I
he
do
said-
still amused, but at this point there is still like a groaning guy with an on-fire arm squirming beneath Fane as
Yeah.
he's saying all this.
Yeah, he says, it's a concentrated area, it's where all the goblins go. And then they were going to work on bigger targets. But we
but-
decided against it.
Why? That's an interesting one. What made you change your mind from this incredibly ill-organized mass murder?
I received orders.
The orders being where? I presume you have them in paper and you haven't eaten them. Because I could probably reconstruct them from your stomach if it's within less than 3 hours.
They were spoken to me.
Okay, what were the orders then?
Just to kill a goblin.
Oh my god. Who gives you these orders? How
My-
senior are you? Should I keep you alive?
My Lord Commander
You're
gave me the
relatively
orders.
Okay, that's a direct order from the Lord Commander. That must make you fairly senior. I'm thinking we should bring back at least one of these guys alive, friend. Maybe two. How many people can you carry?
Probably two, one on each shoulder.
Fantastic. Knock him out, I guess. Bye, buddy. And I just turn back to finishing. I think it's finish a few sort of experiments into human anatomy before I just go, well, I'm bored now, and I make him swallow the rest of this like alchemist fire just to see what happens.
He
So
implodes, basically.
immolates from the
Yep.
inside out. It's like, well, that was expectable.
Excellent
yeah,
science was had this day.
Science. Yeah, I begin. I go. Yeah, I start gathering up the stuff, and I guess I'll say, well, we'll drop them back, and then shall we do another run for all this stuff? I'm sure Garrett would love to have acquired large amounts of explosive. Well, it's not a bad first day on the job for me. Feeling rather proud of myself.
You know I wasn't really going to eat the dude, right?
I mean, I wouldn't judge you. People taste remarkably useful when you're hungry. They have many, many good nutrients in them, Crund. And you're a growing young man. How old are you?
I don't get you.
Yeah, most don't.
I don't know. Old.
I see. Fascinating. Yeah, so I guess we finish a quick, like, cursory search of this place. Can we pull any other,
Yeah, you find about 50 gold lying around in this place.
I'll divvy that up between the two of us.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, and
I'm
then
sorry.
mostly just bits for explosives, alchemical ingredients for.
a full alchemical workshop?
No, not a
alchemical
full,
gear?
not a full alchemical workshop, but I mean bits for just making
tools
bombs. Yeah.
Enough tools that I could maybe, like,
Yeah.
so maybe half an alchemist set.
Yeah. Also that. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Makes it like 25 gold instead of 50. It's important for my lab, Will.
I
You
understand.
understand?
Of course.
Yeah. So I'll stash a
As they're
couple of.
leaving, Krund will grab either the nearest piece of parchment or a piece of leather or something and tack it to the door and then stamp it with his insignia. You're like, this hut's mine.
That seems fair. I mean, we killed the previous owner. I'm pretty sure that's how the law works here.
Yeah.
Cool. So as
I
you
mean,
guys,
I'm not even being sarcastic there. These goblins have, like, really no idea of a judicial system. I really hope you improve that when you're president. You have my vote. I believe in you.
So as you guys leave, Grunt's like, yeah. As you leave, you see probably about 20 men standing here, similarly dressed to these guys, and there's also an older man who's you can see he's not masked. He's got a kind of shock of white hair and a greying beard. And,
I like grab one of the two hostages we've got by the neck, and I unstopper one of my alchemist fire bottles. And I'm just like, okay, friends, let's not do anything hasty, shall we?
He says, "Oh, by all means, kill them. We just wish to speak and offer you a job."
Oh, well, feed him the alchemist fire.
Yeah, he self-immolates and the old,
Grab his nose, just shove the bottle in his mouth, just like
chug, 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 chug.
throw him away. Grab that one.
The old guy says, "They failed anyway.
Well, don't blame them too much.
You're
They did come
far
against
more
us.
useful to me."
This is true, I am. Who are
So, he says, "I seem to have you at a disadvantage, Fane."
Well, with that sentence, yes. Yes, you do. Have you met my friend Krund, or did you already know his name too? You gonna be creepy mysterious all evening? 'Cause
I have met. Well, yes, I know who Krund is.
Krund? You
That's,
buddy?
that's cool. Did you know my grandma?
No,
She was a formidable lady.
I have noticed
I've
your
seen
bid
her
for
leg.
presidency, however.
Yeah.
The campaign's getting out there, man. You're doing
Run for
good.
president.
Spreading the word.
Also, this hut's mine.
His name is on it.
Well, we will talk about that. My name is Teverin, Lord Commander Teverin of the Northern
Teverin.
Realms.
I see. Lord Commander. Can I roll
Oh, that sounds
yes,
fancy.
history to
Yeah, you promise.
place that in their, like,
Yeah.
hierarchy? 20.
How's it going, Rach? Cool, yeah, on a 20. He's pretty high up. He's probably the head of kind of the Secret Service kind of branch of the army.
Fane's demeanor gets markedly more respectful. Cool. Okay. Diddly.
Are the others dead in there?
Well, we've got that one left. Yes.
He kind of waves dismissively at him.
You're in the business of letting... yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that's the only one who's still... kind of clap my hands against some soot comes off. Not well done.
Understandable. Well, would you like two gentlemen come and have a walk with me?
Does this end in a 6-foot ditch I have to dig myself?
If you say no, then yes.
We'd love to go on a walk with you.
I
wouldn't
thought
we?
you might say
It's
that.
a lovely moonlit evening. Where else would I rather spend it than with you and 20 armed men?
Of course. And he kind of gestures for you guys to walk alongside him.
I hurry the
Front
marble.
follows, still carrying that one dude.
Nice. They walk you for a while until you're pretty lost in these marshes. You can roll me a survival check to see if you can find your way. You know where you are. Imagine Crumb being a DreamWorks movie while Fane is a Paramount movie.
11.
12.
Nice. You get pretty well lost in these woods. It gets, obviously, because it's probably about 1 or 2 a.m. at this point, it's very dark in these woods and it's disorienting. The past time Fane was here, you also were lost, so you have a habit of these.
I was a bit distracted by the whole, I can make zombies with a pool.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very cool moment for Fane.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that, actually, because you're returning to that pool.
Oh!
You return to the hut, and
I kind of get there, it's like, well, what a pleasant lookout.
Mhm.
You do know how to pick the spots,
Yes.
Lord Tevrin. Lord Tevrin, do you have a preferred reference title?
Commander Teverin, Lord Teverin, Teverin to my friends. Tev
Are we there yet?
to my wife. Yes. He he stops and says, "Well, gentlemen, I understand you're in the employment of Blackwood."
Recently press ganged, I believe is the term. Crowned?
I'm getting
how
a
would
desk.
get a desk? That's a pretty high offer.
How would you like 2 desks?
Oh. It depends on how many papers are going to be on it.
Oh, there will be many papers on this desk. Grunt.
Desks.
These desks.
Let's
Thank
not
you.
start haggling in the small talk. I'm sorry, I'm compulsive.
I know, it says so in your documentation.
Oh, wonderful. You wouldn't happen to have that whole thing at the university, that was really
yes.
a misunderstanding.
They were not very understanding.
No.
Thankfully, I am, however.
Wonderful. That's good. You don't meet many people who are willing to... Yes. Continue.
So, as I said, I'm looking to employ some useful fellows who aren't afraid to do nasty things. I find myself looking at 2 such gentlemen, I find.
The corpse over the heart, the unconscious man over Crunch all the groans. I'm like, well, yes.
I once had to muck out a really dirty barn, so I'm cool with dirty things. Nasty
Excellent.
things.
I very
Those
badly
words.
left Grunt.
Yep.
Deep. He honey buns to my close friends. He says, so you are aware that our forces are moving through here and we wish to establish contacts in Murkglow.
I'm getting that impression. By contacts, I do assume you mean charred husk of a town, from the look of your previous operation.
I would hate to disclose anything so crass, but yes, you get my drift.
The common phrase is hit the nail on the head.
Indeed. So, I will be willing to offer you very good payment if you would bring this word to your employer that there are those interested in working with Blackwood. Not necessarily in Murkglow's best interests.
I see. From my brief experience of the man, I'm sure we could bring him round to that side. Yeah. Fantastic.
What say you, Grunt?
Interest. Is that like a bank thing?
Yes, yes, it is.
I can bring him interest.
Krun's a good sort. As long as he still gets to be president of Murkglow when all is said and done, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to assist in any way you need.
Oh yes, Krund, I plan to install you as president
There we go.
in New Murkglow.
Krun? Look at with that.
Still. Yeah. I like beer.
Good.
Because still. Get it?
It's mad. It's
Very,
funny. He's gonna go far. He's gonna go far.
That humor will do well in your campaign.
Yep.
No doubt. So, do you have any questions?
What are your general plans for this area? Are you just going to sweep through? Are we basically being roped into, helping you take over the rest of the country? Because,
Well,
that
I
could be
suppose
fun.
Kalita is our prime target right now, but who knows what the Northern Realm's plans may be. I am not privy to the overall scheme.
I see. Lord Commander of the Secret Service. Generally, a roller doesn't hear much about these sorts of things.
Ah, so you know who I am.
Well, you give enough away. I'm a smart man. Many other things. But intelligent is one of them.
Yes. Well, as for now, I need your help in Murkglow, and if you do well, who knows what could happen.
Well, I'm hoping, large amounts of money.
Oh yes.
Safe places to research, general laissez-faire attitude towards my studies.
As
those
I
would be
say, I am most
thinkable.
understanding, as are the Northern Realms, and most generous with our gold as well.
Wonderful. I think we're going to have a great time doing business together. I reach out to shake his hand.
He takes it, and he also flips a coin purse to each of you and says, take this and show some to your employer when you get a chance.
Aye, Captain. I open the bag a little bit. I guess as if he's human, there's a torch around so he can see.
Yeah.
So I have a peek inside, and my dark vision lets me see what am I looking at in here.
You've got 100 gold in these.
Okay. Put that in my back pocket for now.
Hmm.
Well, I can put this with the rest under my bed.
You should be less honest with where you keep your gold, Run. Less honest. Is there anything else we can assist you with right this evening? Anyone you particularly want dead? Any building you want burned, blown up,
You could burn down.
sterilized?
You could burn down the filthy gob just for
Shiggles?
yes.
Hmm.
Anything else? I mean, the operation was rather botched by this goblin who, well, we said to get certain more important targets, and instead he found himself down the bar, burning down taverns.
I see.
That's the last
That would-
time we use goblins.
Things seem to connect up there.
Hmm.
All of a sudden.
Something about grumpy pants, and I don't really understand.
You're better off that way in this specific context, sir.
Hmm.
Just trust me on that.
Very well. Well, I will be in contact as to further contracts. But like I say, if tonight you wish to perform a task to ingratiate yourselves with us, then that would be most kind.
Do go on.
do say more, dearie.
Is that a meaning go burn down this pub and kind of finish off the trail?
Yeah. He says we don't like any loose ends, and well, this goblin sneeze of sorts seems to have been looking into us or contracting.
I see. So you want Sneeze dead as well, specifically?
Not necessarily, just as long as he doesn't have any sort of
Teeth?
power. Well,
Oh,
if he dies, he dies. I am giving you full reign.
free reign. Wonderful. Well,
Krun's, he drops the body and he's just uncharacteristically being quiet.
we'll have a think. We'll have to turn 10 anyway. We'll talk to our employer and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. It was a
Excellent.
pleasure to meet you, Lord Commander.
You'll be hearing from me, and of course, if you attempt to betray us in any way, we will have you killed. And
Wonderful.
before, of course, we flay you alive, that will, you know the routine, boys.
Very intimately. Have a lovely evening.
Likewise, Fane. Rund. And
I guess. So are we like next to the little house with the pool?
Yeah.
Zombie stuff. Okay.
just a nice moonlit.
So I like rock back on my heels. Go. I do not trust that man as far as I can throw him, and I cannot throw men very far, Grund. These chicken arms.
So they all took off.
Yeah, these guys move off pretty quickly, like in squad formation. They just kind of run off.
Krun leans very close to Fane, and he gets right in his face and he says, "You burn down that tavern, I'll break your neck."
Well, that seems clear. Okay. Proposal for you, Grund. We fake D-Sneeze's will to say Grumpy Trousers is now the rightful owner of the whatever it is, gob. Then we kill D-Sneeze. Grumpy Trousers inherits it. They're happy. You're happy. I'm alive. And I have money.
What?
Okay. Let's put
Who's D Sneeze?
disappointing sneeze.
Disappointing Sneeze is my friend, buddy.
Oh, of course he is.
Here's what we do.
Okay.
Go back to the town.
Mm-hmm.
We warn all my little goblin friends. And
Right.
we prepare to fight.
Right. How about we take the middle way between these routes? Where we go talk to our boss first.
I don't know.
Because he's quite good with this whole decision-making process, and I sense we're going to disagree over a lot of things.
Garrett's my buddy too, but sometimes I think he likes money more than he likes goblins.
I cannot bring myself to call that a character flaw. That is...
Oh, what?
I cannot bring myself to say that's a bad plan in his...
All right, we'll go talk to him.
Cool. Can we
Words
just...
give me headaches.
That's kind of the point. Can we stay here for just an hour? I wish to have a little poke around with this pool.
What's so special about the pool?
It brings people back to life as zombies. You don't want to try it,
That's
but I want to
gross.
investigate a little bit. Do you mind?
I guess.
Fantastic. Yes. So I will use a short rest
Mhm.
because in doing so, I can regain some spells.
Nice. And of course, anyone that's following along, just joining in now, hasn't yet followed the adventure, please do hit that follow button. Get us to 800 followers. That would be pretty cool.
You can see the amazing double act that is Fane and Krund.
I know, yeah.
Goblin lover versus like I like food without snot. I really don't care if I have to commit genocide to taste some of it again. Okay.
So you
Okay.
take a short
Recovery.
rest.
Once per day, finish short rest. You can choose expended spell slots to recover. Have a combined level equal 2 or less than half your wizard level, so I can get 1 slot back. Okay. So I get 1 slot back, and then I immediately expend it to cast Identify on the pool.
Identify. Cool. What does identify do?
Identify basically tells me, like, what is the magic here?
What is this magic? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty clear to you that
To be fair, I have to, by the rules of the spell, I do have to touch it for the duration of the spell. So I guess there's kind of like a moment where like Fane kind of looks at something. Turn to Grund. If I go all flesh-eating and gross, please let me eat you and continue on my merry way. Because
Sure, I'll break your neck.
mind the face.
Okay.
And keep my brain, because, you know, some enterprising young so-and-so could take this and learn so much from it. Cool?
Where's the brain?
Here. So cut here. Here. Not above. Below is fine, but, you know, don't go too crazy. I like this.
I better smash you and call it a day.
Right.
Below here.
There we go.
All
Then let some enterprising magician know that a powerful wizard died. Yeah, cool, wonderful. I just thrust my hand into the pool and like invoke, and like my ring starts to like. I think like the water starts to like whirlpool around my hand. My eyes start glowing a bit. It's like kind of like reading
Yeah.
the,
So
the
this-
warp and weft of the magic around it.
Awesome. So, actually, roll me an Arcana check, just for giggles, as you do this. As you stick your hand in.
22.
Nice. It's very, very, very cold. It's shockingly cold for water. And you sense this dark, necrotic energy which kind of inhabits these marshes. It actually kind of surrounds your arm, and you actually hear a voice in your head that says, "Hello, Fane."
Well, this was unexpected. Greetings, strange pool. It's a pleasure to make your watery acquaintance.
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm assuming I can't hear the pool, but
Nope.
I can hear Fane.
You can hear Fane talking.
Very confused, Krund.
Grand buddy, this may be even cooler than I first thought. Back to you in a moment.
Is it cold?
Mr. Pool, it's quite chilly, yes. And by chilly, I do mean testicle clenching levels of cold. Frankly, I think my arm may fall off immediately after we're
Why
done
do you have testicles on your arm?
No. A necromancer never reveals his secrets. Yeah, so I've got my arm like up to my elbow. I'm like, so, Pool, do you have a name?
Yes, I go by many names, but you can just call me Dark Magic Pool Thing for now.
Dark magic pool thing. Okay. So are you some form of magic, just pure magical will? Are you a spirit that is able to speak to me through some kind of portal?
That,
Are you a god?
That pool's about as smart as Krund is.
Are you a god?
Am I
Have I
a
met the
god?
I met most contained god that I've ever met. But it would be a list of one. I
I
must admit.
am a Dark Magic Pool Thing right now.
Right. Fantastic.
But with your help together, we could become much more, Fane.
I like the sound of becoming much more. How exactly would this work?
Well, first we would probably need an army of the undead.
Interesting. I might know where a large amount of death could be generated. I've dropped to a whisper as much as I can to try and avoid
Yeah.
slight judgmental tones.
Yeah.
And how? What exactly is a large amount of a large army of the undead going to do for a pool?
Well, for us, Fane, it would greatly increase our power,
This seems reasonable.
and we could do a great many things together. This would allow me to become out of my watery existence into
Okay.
a much more,
Comfortable?
yes, warm and dry. Are terms
I-
that come to mind.
Yeah, it's like starting to like mildly shiver. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. So, I guess at this point I like shift my like vision into the magical like spectrum. I'm looking at the like the
Yeah.
magics that make this place up. So is there some kind of like my identifying power? What is this thing reading as to me? Is it just a binding spell of some description, or what am I?
It's
getting?
it seems like the water and whatever this thing's speaking to you are bonded together through some kind of magic which is keeping this thing in the water, and it looks like an incredibly complex kind of bonds which are keeping it in, which you can tell would require a lot of power to break.
Okay. Are you specifically bonded to the water?
More the marshes.
Oh, that's a shame. Just gonna get a big old tank. Be far more convenient. Keep you in my lab. It's gonna be a very nice lab. Found some more equipment for today.
That hut over there. That could make a good place for a lab.
It could.
Nice and secluded here.
It could.
Lots of unwary travelers to feed upon.
You're sounding more and more creepy by the second. I'm loving this partnership, by the way.
I thought you might.
So, dark magic pool thing. You want me to hover here and do tinkery experiments and work on ways to set you free and kill people and dump them in the water so you can return them as undead and leech them of life to help you wear down your magical bonds and such. Am I getting that part right?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, then I have a follow-up question.
Hit me.
What's in it for me?
Enormous amounts of power and riches.
Okay, yeah. I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Is there any way you can give me an advance?
I'm afraid these things are difficult to do in my current state. However, if I had a few corpses, then I could indeed.
Krun, buddy, could you dump that guy in here for me?
I guess.
He's kind of dead anyway. If we let him go, Tiberian will pick him up, or Severin will pick him up, sorry, and kill him anyway. Take him back to Garrett. Garrett will ask me a few questions and then kill him. If we take him to the goblins will kill him. So he might as well die for me.
Wow.
Just toss me.
I mean,
It's gonna be
I guess
cool.
he's a bad guy, right?
Yes, exactly. He is a bad man. He was trying to murder a person. He attacked us. He was plotting to murder somebody.
But
We
I
were
don't
just
know
protecting
if
a
he
bar.
needs a bath.
Well, have you smelt him?
Doesn't smell any worse than I do.
He watched his. I mean, Krun, that's not necessarily a point to base your scale off of.
Yeah, he'll throw the guy in the pool.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, so. It's like. Well,
The dark magic pool thing.
yes. It's like, I think that's meal 9 I've fed you.
The
If we
pool,
could not resurrect this one as something that's going to try and eat me immediately, I'd really appreciate it.
the pool envelops this hapless man who
Blah, blah,
quickly
blah, blah.
blah, 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 quickly drowns, and the voice says, "This is good, nice and athletic, always good, and a nice."
Nothing but the
soul
best
as
secret
well."
service for you, sir.
And says, yes, about that gift, and
While this is going on, Krun starts skipping stones across the pool.
go.
I will apologize. I apologize, my friend. He's.
They pretty much just sink into the pool. Yep.
That's fine with Krun.
Yeah, they try and skip and then it.
He's probably terrible at it anyways.
just throwing them down at it. And a few moments later, from out of the water comes this man again in zombie form. And thank you, Shauna of the Dead, for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. A gentleman and a scholar, or a gentlewoman and a scholar.
Welcome.
Only 10 away, boys, that's exciting. The zombie kind of just groggily walks out, not particularly threatening, and holds a wand, an oaken wand in its hands.
I move the hand that isn't in the pool and kind of take it like
Yeah.
very, very politely, like, thank you.
He's attacking! Krun pulls out his
It's okay, Grunt. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. He's good. I
Oh,
kinda,
he's
like,
bad.
whisper,
We confirmed that just a second ago.
Is he good? He's not gonna try and eat us, is he?
No.
Okay, I take the wand.
Cool.
Very confused.
You can
So-
sense the dark magic within this.
I love it already. What does it do?
It is a +1 magical wand, which is gonna do some nice
things.
some
Yes.
terrible things, but they'll be nice.
In the hands of me, terrible is the optimum word.
Yes.
Why'd the bad guy give you a present? I'm the one who threw him in the pool.
Krund, buddy, I'll give you my share of Severin's money. Will that make up for it?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
I'll make a cool pyrotechnic show for your campaign.
Yes.
There we go. Got it. All good. So, how many more of these roughly do you think you'll need? Before at least we start seeing some impressive results?
We shall see. This will take time. It'll be our ongoing experiment. We'll try different people, different bodies, different souls, different races, and we'll find the optimum build. We will min-max the shit out of this.
Fantastic. I do like optimization. There's a young goblin talked a lot about spaghetti. I think she'd make a perfect next attempt.
Ah, yes, she is powerful.
Well then, I guess I'd best get studying. I will try and encourage my new employer to move me some equipment and such down here. Set this place up as a forward base in the marshes. And I'll establish myself as chief scientist or some such. Chief researcher and student of the arcane that kind of leaks out of you like a awesome thing.
Yes. Excellent, Fame.
How soon till you can teach me how to raise the dead? Like this.
This will be one of my first lessons.
Wonderful.
Over the coming weeks, I shall teach you.
This is going to be great. Alrighty then. Well, have to go. I have to go talk to a psychotic little halfling about burning down a pub. I'll swing by soon.
Until next time.
Can I get something a little shorter than magic black pool thingy to call you, or
You can call me the Dark One.
the dark one?
Yeah.
No, I remember there was a Rumpelstiltskin or some such.
An old friend of mine.
Well, I'll be seeing you, buddy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like, break the contact with the pool.
Kron sees Fane stand up.
Yeah, I pass the wand to my other hand. The ring still is kind of like sucking light out of the air around my hand as I like basically took a breather and then immediately spent all my energy again. It's like, right, well, we best get back. Let's swing by the hut and see how much of that explosive we can bring with us back to our Blackwood. That's the one. Our PMC.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Nice.
What does my wand look like, by the way? Is it just like
you can?
I'm looking at like Voldemort's wand or something?
Yeah. I'm imagining Voldemort's one. You can add some cool details to it if you want to.
I'll have a think.
Yeah,
I'll have a think.
sure. So you guys swing back by the hut. You go inside. It seems like it's been most of the stuff has been cleaned out, but there are on a desk quite neatly put. There are 10 flasks of these explosives with a note, with the letter T signed.
Well, looks like we've got a present. And also, the Northern Realms just acquired several barrels of explosive. This is heating up a little bit, buddy. Heating up a little bit. And I mean that in both the metaphorical and literal senses.
I don't know what half the words that come out of your mouth means.
I know, but you make a wonderful sounding board for my ideas. All right, let's package these up and take them back. Carefully. Very, very carefully.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess we pack those up along with the money, and make our mosey on back to Blackwood.
Cool. Do you return to the tent? There is a. You walk inside, and there's the usual lot are about. Garrett is not in. However, there is a very similar-looking halfling who Krund would know, or maybe know, but his name is Arton. They appears to be a very good friend with Garrett, and he seems to be at the desk running things at the moment.
Okay. I walk over to him and go, "Hello, small man. Where's your other half?"
Oh, why, hello there.
It's a halfling joke. Do you get it? Because you're half.
Most lighthearted.
Sorry,
Yes.
comedy isn't really my thing. I'm looking for Garrett.
Ah.
You may know him. That yay high,
Yes.
slightly sociopathic.
My associate Garrett has left on some business. He will be back within a few days.
Oh. Well.
He has left me, Arden, in command.
Ooh. I reach into my little pouch and I pull out 8 gold.
Mhm.
And I put it down. It's like, that's for the rather rude little dwarf. That's Fane's admission fees or some such. Keep an eye on that. Make sure it gets back to him,
Thank you. He,
or I'll turn you into jelly.
it's just everything is like followed by like, or I will murder you.
Not everything, but when it comes to my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
very-
just know that I will kill your family. It's like, oh, you don't have family? Okay, I'll kill you. Will that work? Like, okay, good.
Yeah. So basically, Fane doesn't really much care for, like, will you betray me? I expect you to. That isn't surprising. But will you break my stuff?
That's not cool.
My stuff is my bond. Okay, so, we bumped into prospective client for the company out in the woods.
Oh, really? Who might that be?
Kind of lean back to Kron and go, how much do we trust this guy? In full audio of
Bruce
this
has
dude.
no interest in what you guys are saying. He's putting together a small package.
Wonderful.
Nitbit says, "Oh,
It's
he's the
food,
boss's right hand man."
Oh.
As he puts a stack of papers on his desk.
Well, and I guess I flip up the T, and I go, man by the name of Teverin. Ever heard of him? Maybe his work.
Ah,
Lord
yes.
Commander, Secret Service, Northern Realms. That dude.
yes.
Yeah. So he maybe was sponsoring the person who was burning down all the buildings, and then maybe he decided he didn't want to sponsor a half-assed arsonist anymore, and then maybe tried to kill him, and then we killed the assassins and the goblin. And then
He's
offered
like
us a job.
writing all this down as you say it.
Yeah,
I
and then
see.
he,
Go on.
offered us a job. He forwarded over, and I fish out, I think, it's like, it was 40 gold each, wasn't it, Crund? So, I mean, if we give you 20 each, that was Garrett's share. He said to make sure Garrett saw some of it, something else. That was just a kind of taste for, like, you proved yourselves capable of not dying.
Roll me a deception check, see if he believes how much.
I mean, I don't care if he doesn't.
Yeah, but he will care.
That's a 10.
Nice. He makes a little note and says, "Why, thank you."
Yes. And actually, I found the rest of this, and I hold up my pouch like this. Pour out, I think, up to 80 gold from that 100 gold pouch.
Yeah.
And I hold on. That's my little spending money. Boys got to eat. And I was talking about. There's another 60 in there. Found a little hut out in the marshes. Visited before. Interesting arcane stuff going on near there. Would like to
yes.
talk to Garrett about potentially establishing a forward position, potentially with some research equipment, both arcane and chemical. If you could, that's just
He will.
in
let
good
you know.
faith. It represents a large portion of my assets. Obviously, I was hoping he would be able to reciprocate as a man of more. And I flip a coin up and I hold it between two fingers. Shiny means. Put it back down.
Yes. He will be sure to get back to you on that.
Wonderful. Do appreciate it. Yes. Final thing. So you know how we were employed by Desperate Sneeze to stop his bar burning down?
Disappointing sneeze. Yes.
Well, he might be desperate shortly. So Teverin was like, yo, if you'd like to help us out, good faith, get the relationship off to a good start. Really appreciate it if you'd go burn down this building for us. As in Desperate Sneeze's place. Sorry, Disappointing Sneeze just is going to be desperate. Krund is morally against said idea.
Yeah. Krund has the package of food and stuff thrown over his shoulder, and he's actually going out the tent. And he looks back and like, "Remember, I'll break your neck," and then continues on his way out.
So, yeah. I suggested we just kill Mr. Sneeze, and then, pass the bar over so we still have a place to drink. But apparently that is also cause to break my neck. Frankly, I don't really like being caught between the head of a secret service and an angry half-orc. This is not a position I often saw myself in.
Well, if Krund did not know that it was you.
I mean, kind of leaning over the show. Krund isn't the brightest, but he might be slightly brighter than that.
Yes.
I could poison him.
That you could.
I would be somewhere. I grab him by the lapels. I'm like, I could use my new poisonous kit. Do you understand what this means?
Why, I was just about to suggest the same thing.
I just kiss him directly on the lips. Like, you are the best person associated with a boss ever. And I fly out of the building.
Nice.
Have a bed for me.
So Krund goes to the bar looking for D Sneeze.
Yeah, he's working the bar.
He slams down the package on the table and goes, "You need to get out of town."
Whoa, what's this?
Met some North Lord Snow guy. Want you dead. I think Fane's gonna do it.
Why would he try and kill me?
'Cause he's bad.
Well, he's a bit of an idiot, but I do have a room for him.
Yeah, well, something about burning down taverns, army coming through. That's all I remember.
Right. So
I know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find as many goblins as I can, start me an army. I'm gonna go kill some people.
right. Well, I put a stopper on that one right now, Crown. We don't want a war with the Northern Realms.
But if they're coming to kill you anyways, what does it matter?
So are you saying there are Northern Realms people trying to kill me?
North Lord Snow guy.
Why are they trying to kill me?
Just let me know when I arrive in this conversation.
Joe, yeah, at this point,
'Cause
Fane
he's a
probably walks
sneaky
in.
face guy.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Weird. How's that weather we're having?
Oh, yes. Still very dark
Mr.
outside.
Sneeze, I'm not going to try and kill you. Don't worry.
Why? Okay, good.
As much as
Wait,
the
how do you know you're
payday...
trying to kill me?
Don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, kill me.
Exactly. I happen to like my friends the way they are currently. As much as new ones would be nice, I like my neck too much, and proximity is a thing I'm very conscious of.
Right.
I'm aware I'm speaking words that neither of you really fully understand,
Not
but
really.
it makes me feel better to explain myself. Now, Mr. Sneeze, I would like to put all of my bills for my stay here onto the Blackwood account, and retrieve my things. I'm going to move in up to the Blackwood tents area.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I trust nothing was damaged while I was gone.
Right. No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Good. I don't have to murder you a second time. It's wonderful how the today is working out.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. Good. Yeah.
Good. Yes. Now I pick up sling the kind of clink the bag of notes and random junk, and then very carefully carry my poisonous kit. And it's I shall be up at our fine place of work, Krund, for the rest of the evening. I'm just going to move in. I might come down for another drink. I don't know. We'll see how the evening takes me. It's been quite an exciting time. But I'm trying to think how liberal I'm being when I go. I pull out the 5 gold from that 100 gold pouch. So I'm down to 15 in there now, and I put that across the table. This is for the two of you. Your house didn't burn down. Desperate trousers. You've got a place to drown your sorrows in some more.
They're not desperate.
Krund. That Krund. I love you, big guy. Saved my life a couple times tonight. You guys, these drinks are on me. 5 gold worth should get you all pretty sloshed, right? Now, Mr. Sneeze, I know you poor and strong. Don't you let me down. I'll see you all in a bit. Have a good one.
All
You
right.
turn
Yeah,
into
no.
a Family Guy character.
It's the best. The thing is, it's so fake. Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
if
yeah.
anyone with any insight was there, they'd know that I was like talking out of my arse in a second.
Yeah.
So-
But you're talking to a goblin and a half
Yeah.
orc. So.
it's like the only thing that I think that Fane knows about lying is like acting from like high drama plays.
Yeah.
So he practically makes like Shakespearean poses throughout this speech. It's like it's so overblown comedy tragedy acting. It's insane.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
So.
Yeah. So I rush back up and I'm going to attempt to make a poison
Okay.
that will kill a goblin.
Cool. What would that be? Probably some kind of medicine. Let's have a look.
I guess this was maybe medicine with int.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah.
So if it's medicine with int, I get to add my proficiency bonus twice because I have a poisonous kit as well.
Do it.
Oh, so this is actually
Check.
+4 on top of what I've got here.
Nice.
If you're trying to poison the goblin,
26 on my poison.
He's making the poison. He's not trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just back at the place. I kind of like go, Arden, buddy, I need a little work table. Can you set me up with something?
Why, of course. And he sets up a little desk for you.
Yeah, and like start pulling out like alembics and all this jazz, and like I think like a drop of the alchemist fire water goes in there and just like is mixed with some reagents that cause it like goes I'm explaining the entire scientific method as I'm going. It's like, or at the same time like lighting Bunsen burners with prestidigitation and things like
Yeah.
that. Like I'm using this. The magic is like an accessory to the science. I'm like, so here we're mixing the alchemist flame in. Normally this ignites upon contact with air or indeed any living material. But this is the fancy part. If we mix it with these assorted chemicals here, a little bit of a root here, then what I can do is I can make it so that it will be encapsulated in a small little like shell. And when it gets into his digestive system, it'll decompose, and in about 12 hours after he drinks it, he'll burst into flames.
Nice.
And by burst into flames, I mean like his stomach will burst into flames. It's a very small amount. So he'll die from acid consuming his insides.
Wonderful.
I know, right? I'm just such a genius.
Well.
They're like stirring away.
Yeah. He kind of backs away slowly from you.
Don't mess with me. No, actually, no, he doesn't say that. He doesn't
Yeah.
even notice that this guy's uncomfortable. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like,
So what's Crumb been doing?
Well, he attempted to save the stupid goblin's life. If he's not listening, Kren's going to start wandering the streets, warning as many little goblins as he can.
Okay. So you kind of come up to one and a group of them, and like, what you talking about?
There's the tavern's burned down, killed some people. Big army guy said he was going to come through here, and he didn't want you guys around anymore, I guess.
Right. Okay. Roll me a persuasion test.
Okay. Persuasion. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, there we go.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's quite impressive. So for some reason, these guys probably heard about your presidency campaign. They know that you're a guy to trust, and
that's a reason to trust him?
Yeah, apparently, it's in goblin culture. It's pretty like 5 of these goblins are like, right, what do we need to do, Crand?
Oh, I'm trying to get the ones that don't want to fight can go somewhere not here.
Nah,
the
we
ones that
wanna
want to fight can stick with me, and then when they come back, I'll run in. And you guys run after me,
Yeah.
and we'll start hitting them.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's a good plan. Yeah, we'll do that.
So tell as many of your goblin friends as possible, and we'll get ready.
Oh, okay. Well, where do you stay? We can come meet you.
I got a little hut outside the city I found today. It'll have my thingy on the door.
Oh, your thingy, cool. Of course.
My heart, I was like,
Everybody's aware of his thingy now.
Yeah, it's a thingy.
Yeah, for 2 weeks he's been smacking things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think so. As I walk back down to the pub, is there any chance of me passing Crund?
Yeah, you can probably see him in the street
that?
talking to goblins.
Yeah, so I'll Crund, wait a sec. I want to talk to you. I've like Yeah.
When he
Hidden
sees
my
him in
assorted
goblin
bits and
group,
bobs.
he leans in and whispers, "I don't like this guy either. You should watch him."
All right, we'll keep our eyes on him.
over.
Grand buddy.
You
I need to
are.
understand something. I do not want to kill all these goblins. Like, I know you think I'm probably quite an asshole.
Uh,
And that you will be correct. But understand.
hold on a second. Let's put the dividends together.
Yeah, no, do collect your dividends.
You were quick to say okay to North Guy, and then you were talking about some pretty bad stuff to the pool of water, which confused me. And
Crund,
that's all I
I'm
got.
gonna let you in on a secret, buddy. I am a coward. And I have a fondness for my life and money. Now I will tell men with swords, or creepy monsters, whatever they want to hear. If it will help me get out alive. It's an important thing to remember about me.
Hold on.
And the other thing is that when we tell Garrett, as will be relayed to him, I think Garrett will see the wisdom of playing both sides of this conflict. There's more money in more clients and keeping both people around than there is in killing off one or the other side. So I wouldn't worry too much. I don't think we're gonna murder all the goblins. You don't have to worry.
You say that, but I got my eyes on you.
Oh, your webcam turned off, Patrick.
Oh,
Sorry.
You keep both on me, buddy. I'm an innocent man. But if it makes you happy to go out to your hut and keep an eye out for marauding bands, you do that. I have faith in you. You can manage that, man. I pat him on the
yeah,
chest.
I can.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
go have a few drinks with Desperate Sneeze and Grumpy Trousers and have a lovely evening. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna talk to Grumpy Trousers about getting his business back up and running. I think knowing a brewer would be useful for my assorted brewings. Have a lovely afternoon.
If D sneeze.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Buddy,
Oh, you dead?
think I'm about to be threatened.
I think you are as well. I think he's about to say if he dies and he's going to break your neck or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, we lost Patrick. We'll see if we can get back in. I'm guessing you head back to the bar.
Yeah, that's my next goal. I'm just kind of now weighing the pros and cons of murder.
Patrick, we missed what you just said there, man. And your webcam's off again. If
I
you are
can't see him.
indeed back.
He's not back. He's still
Oh,
got
is
the
he
hut.
not? Oh, it says it's back on mine.
Yeah. So, how... So, yeah, like, explain to me, so it must be, like, 3 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, are they just, like, by the time I get back, is it just D-Sneeze consoling Grumpy Trousers and just the two of them
It's
drinking?
very few people in the bar, yeah.
Yeah. I, like, wander over to the bar, like, reach behind, pull out a bottle that I know hasn't been phlegmed yet, and, like, pour out 3 glasses, spit in 2 of them, slam, like, for me, shot glasses down in front of the two. It's like, gentlemen, to a night that was quite eventful. We caught the man who burnt down your bar. He's very, very dead. And now we're going to drink to our health and to recovery. Cheers.
I'll drink to that. And Grumpy Pants says, yeah, I'll drink to that. So, oh, you're gonna get fat drinking.
Yeah. So we neck those. I'll make small talk for a while, and then yeah, I'm going to so the poison I want to craft is one that will basically like take
A while, yeah.
yeah, it's like it's not going to be
Slow burn
until a good chunk through like the next day where he'll
Yeah.
drop down. It'll look like basically his stomach ruptured to any reasonable
Yeah.
medical professional.
All right, give me if you're gonna slip
Oh.
it in.
Now here's
No.
my plan.
Okay.
So I'm going to use. So I know a lot about goblins, as we discovered last. Do I know if they have night vision?
Yeah, they can see in the dark quite well.
Okay. So I'm gonna get a little drunk, but they're, as we've discussed, like they're half my size, so they get drunk way faster. and I'm going to make sure that both D-Sneeze and Grumpy Trousers have full glasses at all times.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use Prestidigitation to make a big flash of sparks in the street.
Nice.
And I'll go, holy shit, fire! In the least convincing way possible.
Okay.
And yes, hopefully with the Prestidigitation there, it's enough to get them to look left, which hopefully, by fictional positioning, is enough to get me advantage on my sleight of hand to get my poison in this drink.
Sure, I'll give you advantage on this. They're all like, oh, he's coming back.
Yeah.
The fake
Play
or
off their
something.
fears, you know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
18.
Nice. You just slip it in to the drink.
Cool. Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, what? Whilst the prestidigitation goes, they're like, oh,
Yeah, it's just a shower of sparks that's completely harmless to anyone involved.
what was all that?
I don't know.
We should go outside. And then they kind of, and then they're like, oh, I need some courage. And then they kind of just down the drinks and then head out to investigate.
Yeah, I sit there for a while longer, and I think a look we've not seen on Fane before kind of comes over him, like his ridiculously plastic smile and general bubbliness. Like it goes very still. The smile slips on his face mostly, and just gets a small it's not happiness so much as yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
It's just satisfaction at knowing that he is doing his job, and it's
Awesome.
kind of swirls his glass, gives it a little sniff, and knocks it back.
Nice.
Staggers out after guns. Gentlemen, I will have to make a move. D-Sneeze, though, I've realised you should have a chat with Grumpy Trousers here because you don't have any. You told me you didn't have any family, man. What are you gonna do when? Who are you gonna say something bad happens to you? As you've discovered, and I point to the burnout bars. Bad things happen to good people around here. You need to make plans for your future, man.
I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're too obsessed with these things, man. You're desperate. Oh, Grumpy, sorry. You should chat to him. Anyway, call it night. Don't know
All
anything I wouldn't do, boys.
Good night.
I stagger home to bed.
Nice. Cool.
And I
So
just pass Alderaan or whatever his name was.
Alderaan.
My memory for names is probably about accurate.
You
to Fane's
pass
name.
Alderaan on the way home. Arton, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of go, all right, friend, job's done. He'll die in 12 to 18 hours, somewhere in that range. At that point, you're my alibi to say I was nowhere near him.
Of course.
Fantastic. And yeah, I go and I pack away all my poisonous gear, my alchemy gear,
Yes.
and stash it under my bed, and I hit the hay in my new abode.
Awesome. So over the next week, what is Fane getting up to?
I think he's very much trying to convince people like Garrett to lend him the money to kind of go, or manpower to keep him safe on a trips out to that little bog. Essentially, he wants to set up
Nice.
there.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and probably doing some tinkering, getting more used to his assorted equipment.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, he's
Talking to the dark magic.
yeah has the
every now
occasional
and
conversation.
The odd chat.
But yeah, so it's only he doesn't go out there alone unless
Yeah.
because it's dangerous and he might pass a patrol of people who might try and kill him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Arton probably sends some mercenaries with you for protection.
yeah, and he'll generally play around with his new wand and try and work it out. And all
I
its
bet he will.
fancies.
Am I right, ladies? Am I right?
8. Yeah.
Cool. So that is about where we will wrap up for tonight. So I started with 4 players. I now find myself with 1.
Well,
I've managed
that's
to.
the Fane way.
I've managed to
I push
kill off.
everyone away.
We've managed to kill everyone else off. Actual players, not just their characters. So, I hope you're happy. We've murdered several people tonight. We've done all. I had fun playing this one.
Yeah.
We're back
That's good.
tomorrow night with another episode of West Marches. We've got who's returning tomorrow. We've got Zolan returning tomorrow. We've got Helping Hand is joining us for the first time tomorrow. We've got Josh definitely going to be back, and I'll see who else because we've had loads of people sign up on the Roll20s. And if you guys haven't already, followed along, joined us, then please do hit that follow button. At 800 follows, you guys get to make a decision as to anything that happens in our games. You can decide anything crazy that you want to happen, and of course you can actually play along with us. !play. You can join in. Email me at contact@encounterroleplay.com.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty exciting. You could be where Finbar is now.
Yes.
Playing along. Perhaps you'll play again. With
Hopefully I will come back sometime soon.
yeah.
As this is good fun, and I like, letting the crazy necromancer off the leash.
Yes.
I got a chance to be a lot more megalomaniacal this evening than I was really expecting. But
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good.
I'm hoping next time to make better friends with the PMC owner. 'Cause, yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
When does
yes.
the undead army begin? Asks Boy.
Sorry.
When does the undead army begin?
Well, I have to set up a nice little
here.
enclosure so that I can
pen.
perform my acts in secret, and then
It's like Jurassic World.
we need to start with the kidnappings and the murderings and
Yep.
the general. I need to stay under the radar until I've got enough of an undead army to keep me safe from the inevitable backlash. Basically.
Exactly.
So we'll start small. Small.
Nice. Awesome.
But yes, thank you very much for having me.
yeah, you should go ahead.
I'll do
and
it. All
plug
right,
your stream and all
yes.
that good stuff.
My name is Finbar, but on Twitch I am better known as MathinTV. I will say hello in the chat. Hello, I am Finbar. You can come follow me over there, where I stream quite regularly, although it can be a little bit ropey for the next few days because I've got family around. I play a campaign of Apocalypse World with some friends of mine who've also been on here. I think all of them at this point, which is heading into the finale. And we will be playing that. That will be back after a long hiatus while people have been in America at weddings and things like that on Monday. I'm also setting up to run a game of Styles That Number, in a similar kind of vein to this West March thing of like rotating cast, consistent world, called Wildcards, which I'm very excited for. It's going to be very interesting. And I will probably try and rope Will into coming onto at some point.
Oh, I'd be
And
more
yeah.
happy to.
Between those
I
things,
could play Grog. I love Grog.
between those things, I just, I stream. At the moment, I stream a lot of indie games. Playing a game called 80 Days, which is based off 80 days around the world. And it's really good fun.
Nice. Awesome.
It's me. Follow me and shit.
Go and do that. Once again, the link is here. We are doing a 24-hour D&D stream on
Yes.
Saturday the 24th. Finbar's going to be joining me. We're going to be playing Blades in the Dark once again.
More
Which is-
anime vampire bullshit.
Yes.
It's gonna be good. The adventures of
please.
Caro continue.
Yes. Well, we're going to see what I can blow up this time with these storms.
I probably should give you some XP at some stage and like let you level up a bit, but
I feel like Caro is just beyond the realms of leveling. He just creates a storm to blow up houses and worlds.
I wonder who's gonna break you out of. Well, because we last left you tied up in a vampire's dungeon.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Gosh, I like dream I had, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, Oh. It's funny how often you and Caro dream of similar things.
Always as if he's me.
Gambling with your lives, ghosts, vampires, all that stuff.
Yep.
It's
All
good.
that good stuff. So, thank you guys for following. We're going to be back tomorrow night at exactly the same time, 4 p.m. EST. That's 9 p.m. BST. And hopefully you can come along and join us for more crazy adventures in Murkglow then. But until then, try not to roll 5 ones in the same roll.
1 over 32,768.
That's so impressive.
I am. There's no follow up to that. I just am impressive.
I am. So try not to roll all that amount of ones, and of course try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when
Yeah.
you do. Until then, from myself, Evil Squeezy, just for the host. Thank you, my friend. We are just wrapping up tonight, but I'll carry on. You guys should go follow Evil Squeezy. He's just been doing some D&D. I saw him streaming. If you guys are new just from Evil Squeegee, haven't yet hit that follow button, please do. I'm just about to wrap up tonight. We've been playing 3 hours
Scrub-a-dub.
of West Marches. Scrub-a-dub, indeed, in the tub. We're back tomorrow night at the same time, playing D&D.
Bye-bye.
Which is gonna be a lot of fun. So until then, everybody,
Yes.
seriously, we're just finishing, my friend. I'm sorry. But tomorrow night, way back. And until then, my friends, have an excellent evening. Try not to roll too many net ones. Try not to roll 1 out of 32,000 odds of
Yeah.
rolling, because that is just...
And don't do anything Fane wouldn't do.
Most importantly, don't do anything Fane wouldn't do.